Because I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Look we found the third saucer.
Third saucer? Am I an alien?
Saucers? Yeah.
The saucers.
UFOs now.
We're saucers. We're creating a
yeah.
new term for them to, be mad at us about. I don't know.
I am the of America. I don't know how that has anything to do with sauces.
There was I think it was an American project to make flying saucers real. They couldn't get them taken off the ground. And it kind of makes you think that the only purpose I can see for making a flying saucer would be so you can fly it around and everyone thinks aliens are real. I don't know why else you would want to make that weird of a ship design.
How much fun would that be, though? Like, someone is, like, stoned or, like, drunk. They're like, oh, you go by and they're like, they're real. Like, I would love to mess with people like that.
It's just a big troll, okay?
Well, it is, like, imagine if they came up with drone technology before anyone else. Everyone would be like, what the hell is that? This thing flying around, speeding all over the place. That
Drones
would...
are pretty cool, though.
What is that? Yeah.
There's, I think he's got various different channels, but he goes to, like, abandoned buildings and flies through all the broken windows and up through the chimneys and stuff. And every time I'm thinking, this guy's gonna crash. And he does the most insane flight path through the whole thing.
What channel is this?
I have no idea. I periodically see it on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
So I'll have to, like...
It's in the algo. We'll have to find it.
It's like some of the same cat videos. Like, once every 3 months, they come back around again as people find it.
I literally have so many cat videos, and I'm a dog person, but for some reason, it's just cats. I'm okay with it.
The internet is for cats, not dogs. Yeah.
Cats
Dogs
do a lot of weird things.
Yeah, dogs are too, like, well-behaved and nice to make viral content out of, whereas cats... Every loving owner of a cat is just covered in claw marks.
They're crafty. They're so temperamental. Like, if a cat really loves you, you've earned their trust. It took like days, weeks, years, however long, and sometimes they'll still scratch the heck out of you.
Yeah, half the videos of cats is someone stroking them, and then the cat just looks at them and they're like, ah, bang! Like, for no reason whatsoever.
Have you seen the ones, like, I think this girl's, like, brushing her hair, and then her cat comes out of nowhere and just, like, hits her, like, 20 times. She's like, how? Cats are mean.
What'd I do to you? Yeah. Cats are legit planning to kill you at some point. It's just a matter of when.
It's true. I'm not a cat person. Like, they're cute when they're like kittens, but I prefer dogs. And like, oh, go ahead.
There are stories of, like, World War II veterans and stuff, and they died. Their grave came back, and the dog stayed with it on its grave for the rest of its life, and people fed it as it sat on its grave. A cat will eat you in 2 days. Like, they do not care about you at all.
Yep.
It's like the Hachiko movie with Richard Gere. It's an Akita dog, and they are very loyal. My mom had one, so I can confirm that those dogs are very loyal. He died, and this is a true story, though, actually. And he came to the train station, the dog Hachiko, every day pretty much until he died, waiting for his owner because he didn't know he was dead. I know, it's sad. There's actually, I think it's in Japan, there's a statue of Hachiko, like somewhere near one of the train stations.
I'll have to find it.
Yeah, I'm seeing if I can find it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Dogs are like the perfect example of stupid people are happier. Like, there are not very many smart dogs, but they are so happy. Like, you can just turn up and, like, a dog will sit there and you're like, I'll throw it. He's like, oh my god, he's gonna throw it. Oh, I didn't throw it. He's gonna throw it. He's gonna. Then you eventually throw it. And like, ah, he threw it. I never saw that coming. They are the thickest people on the face of the earth, but they are so happy with life.
And that's the beautiful part. You don't have to be smart to be happy, and I think that's way better.
No, I think it helps.
This is it.
I think the more stupid you are, the happier you are in general.
Yeah, the more you know.
Yeah, it's the memorial statue for the dog. That movie
memorializing his loyalty to his human I think that's beautiful.
It's really cute, and everyone like knew who he was. I guess it's at the Shibuya station.
Shibuya.
Shibuya.
Oh, yeah. I will have to look for Hachiko then, because I think I'm going to be visiting there.
Yay! Yeah, please send me a picture.
Yes.
My mom would probably like cry if I sent her like, look at where X-Ray is, because that movie got her so bad because she had an Akita at the time. So, but real quick before, since like we went off on a tangent immediately, we're gonna do the 500 like goal, but we're all gonna take a shot.
Oh
so
God!
500 likes. I got coffee rum, which it might sound weird, but it tastes really good.
I finished my coffee already. I have whiskey, but I have not drank since coming back from Egypt. I have been suffering from jet lag.
Oof.
Isn't that like a week?
I came home Tuesday morning, and so almost.
Yeah, so you're like, I haven't drank in 4 days. That's not that much of a brag, is it really?
Well,
you know what? I haven't drank in 4 days. That's amazing.
Okay. When it comes to my life, 4 days is a very long time, okay?
She's like, I've been way too tired to drink. Leave me alone.
I expected you to be like a month at least. It's like, no, 4 days. I haven't drank since Tuesday. Do you know?
Guys, do you understand? Tuesdays I usually drink, and Saturdays, sometimes Thursdays. Okay,
which makes sense. Saucy Saturday, thirsty Thursday. It makes sense.
No,
Thirsty Tuesday.
But that means that every week you haven't drank since Tuesday. It's just normal for you now.
Well. Oh, nice. Thank you, Tara. Thank you.
It's some good stuff. But speaking of Japan, I mean, I guess it's kind of a late segue because we started talking about drinking, but we were. Did you guys see this? And I think it's actually really based, coming from somebody who goes to the Florida theme parks, and I have to deal with fatties on scooters all the time, and it's so freaking annoying. Like, I swear that beeping just is in my nightmares of a scooter backing up. But anyways, Pokemon's new theme park.
How fast are they reversing if they've got to beep like a lot? Oh, wide loads. I answered my own question.
You did answer you answered your own question. Like, when I first went to Epic and I was trying to record videos, I had to like mute certain sections because I'm sitting there trying to like record Peach's Castle. It was here beep, beep, beep. And like, what are you even doing here? Like, just go.
The worst thing is the fat people doing it themselves.
But Pokemon's new theme park requires visitors to pass a fitness test to access the entire park. According to the official website, guests who do not meet certain age and physical fitness ability requirements will not be allowed to enter the Pokemon Forest section of Pokepark Kanto. The park's admission policy states that anyone entering the Pokemon Forest must be able to climb unassisted a stairway of roughly 110 steps. If you can't walk 110 steps, what are you even doing at a theme park? Because you walk for
it's
hours
110
and hours.
on a staircase, which
Staircase.
is different than flat.
That's not that much.
That's
How many
not that
floors
much.
is that?
I don't know. Depends how big the steps are, because you can have some really shallow steps.
That's
like
true.
Even this, if it's a gentle slope and the steps are like small, and it would kind of be flat.
Okay, it is approximately 6.8 floors. So say 7
I
floors.
would not want to walk up 6 floors of
Just
steps.
Bruce, like, I'm not passing
on the
fitness.
best of
I'm
days.
out.
Yeah, but
I'm
you're
out.
able to do it if you wanted to, right? Just because you don't want to.
I'm wondering if there's some other reason why they doing this. Like, for instance, maybe the forest can't have like accessibility ramps or something. And so they're like, it's physically impossible to do this. Because there's one question where it's like, I don't really care if fat people can't walk and they shouldn't be allowed through the door. The best idea McDonald's ever had was that they should make the doors narrower so fat people can't get in. I thought that was genius. That solves everybody's issue.
But now we have this. You know what? I will say this. It probably is. There's choke points, and if you're not fit enough, are you even able to turn backwards?
Well, that's the thing, because at the same time, if you're like in a wheelchair, just from like, because your legs don't work, then I would be like, well, I'm happy for them to be able to go around on the cart, but not fat people.
Exactly.
But so I'm wondering if there is a reason why they can't actually have like the mobility stuff in there. And so it's like, no, you will not be able to make it round there. Because it's like a cave tour or something.
Yeah. Because
There
I
are
would
places
say,
where
like,
you
I'm
just
not
can't go.
surprised because it's Japan, right? Like they don't care. But I would say, like in America, they probably would have like an elevator for actual handicapped people, but it would get abused by, again, like the fat people and scooters. They take over like the theme parks and stuff. Because you see it like it's not like they're actual. Of course, there are actual handicapped people, but you will see people rolling deep, like a family of chunks just coming through, and then like they stand up to like reach something. I'm like, your legs work. And maybe if you use them, you wouldn't be like so big.
I think there's obviously a clear distinction between people that actually have a medical problem and people who just eat too much. Like,
yeah,
the latter group, that they're not just, they can just walk. In fact, it'd do them good. The thing is with this, there aren't actually that many fat people in Japan. You see every picture, they're all just normal.
Yeah.
And so they're probably have made it for Japanese people, and this is just their way of going, look, if you're a foreigner, we just don't care about you. It's like you can fit in with us or piss off.
There could be another layer on this as well. If someone gets hurt or injured and they are not physically fit, the medical team has to go in and carry you down.
Yeah.
And I've seen this happen because we have in Toronto, they're called the Scarborough Bluffs, and this huge rocky path that's also forested. You see people who are not fit trying to climb it, and then they break their ankle, and the poor medical team that has to go in and carry them off. It's not fair. That's why people get fined now for trying to do that. If you get hurt, it's at your own risk. And
this is the thing. Now theme parks need a "you have to be this small to ride" sign. Like we've had the tight distance for now, but now we need a horizontal limit on things.
Yeah,
it's time.
Well, there's like the I forget what it's called. One of the funniest reactions I've probably ever seen was Ryan. There's a channel, like there's probably more than one, but there's like a popular channel of fat theme park vloggers. And Jay showed up to Ryan on daily, and I guess he didn't like warn him ahead of time, and Ryan just crashed. He crashed out because they were so big, and they're just like not caring about it, like showing it was something like they get like a rash on their ankles from like walking around the parks and being so fat, and like I don't blame Ryan for that. Was a very valid crash out because it was gross. Anybody here that's seen that daily knows what I'm talking about. I was actually crying laughing at Ryan's reaction, but it was so valid. Like you don't know until you see the people in Florida. Like I'm trying to grocery shop, and that's when you know that they're not handicapped because they like step up to like because they want to reach the Oreos, but they're still riding around on a scooter. It's like, come on, man.
Okay, so
there's a Japanese or Korean restaurant which has a load of wooden pillars with discounts. And you go through the thickest one first and then smaller. And if you can get through the last one, you get like 50% off. Just because if you're that slim, they know you're not going to eat much at the all-you-can-eat restaurant.
That's really smart, actually.
And it's like they're just genius people over there. They've solved everything.
Well, what about like well-endowed girls that are skinny?
Well,
you
can move them. You can move them.
Can squish them, I guess.
As long as you can fit through, you're fine.
Yeah, it's about the tummy and the butt.
It's in the middle of the restaurant, so if you're putting on a show, no one else is gonna moan.
Yeah. So this is the pathway, the Pokemon Forest pathway, which includes tunnels. So I guess that's probably why they need a fitness test.
Yeah, because they wouldn't want someone that I guess is
and things like the wooden bridge.
Tough to get through.
The wooden bridge may just be narrow. Like you just cannot get people across there otherwise.
Yeah. And it's a 1.6 foot long nature trail, complete with grassy sections, changes in elevations, and even tunnels.
1,640 foot.
Oh yeah.
Not 1.6.
Okay.
I was doing it.
I was like, that's a really short walk.
You know, I was thinking of it like kilometers. I was reading as if it was meters into kilometers, but that's not how you Americans with your freedom units do it. Okay, I know it's some weird conversion rate. Yeah. The meter is far superior. I'm just saying.
I don't know what you're talking about. Goes right over my head.
Because that is the thing. You would have been like, the entire walk is shorter than Peter Dinklage, is essentially what you said.
You need a fitness test to walk all over him.
Oh no.
But I guess for the other people who can't make it, this is the alternate path, the Sedgetown.
Looks like there's a lot of restaurants and food stalls there.
Yeah. And then a Pikachu carousel of some sort. I'm sure Carol will like that. It'll be open soon, right? You said? I think.
Yeah, it's opening. Let's see. Okay.
February 5th.
Oh, it's right there. Okay. Yeah, very soon. Wow.
Wow. I'm excited. Maybe I'll go.
You should.
I'll do my own park hopping.
There you go. That's like made for you. The only other thing that we better be a Hello Kitty park, which
don't tempt me.
Do they have one of those in Japan? I feel like they.
I'm not
I'm surprised there hasn't been one if there isn't.
Is there a Hello Kitty park? There's a Hello Kitty plane I saw. I don't know if they still have it.
So there's more. The main kitty theme park is Sanrio Puroland. In Tokyo, Japan. Opened in 1990.
Oh gosh, it's as old as me. I want to go now. I might
love it.
Every
time I go to Universal, I'm like, I know you're trying to like downsize so I don't get anything, but I'm like, actually I would like this and this and this. But let me not
so
do
much
it.
Hello Kitty. I
You
know
already
it
have
is
so much.
It is frustrating because there's so much cute stuff. I see it at Costco too. They have a sleeping Hello Kitty plushie now that I really want. But yeah.
They have these cute, I forget what they're called. They're not like technically, maybe they call them jerseys, but they're like long sleeve, a little bit thinner Christmas sweaters. But they're not really like sweater material. I don't know what to call them, but they're $85, so I have to pick one. I want the Jaws, the Jurassic Park, and the Back to the Future one, but they also have I know, I'm just gonna get the Jaws one, I think. I have to I gotta pick one, but they also have a Hello Kitty one. They're made really well and they're cute. So I guess the $85 tag makes sense because it's gonna hold up, but I can't get all three of them at $85.
No, not at
I wish
that.
it was if it was buy two get one free, maybe.
I really appreciated the 15-second description of what material it was made from.
Girl, she appreciates it. We have well, because I don't know what to call it.
Maybe the other 8 people in the audience.
It's not like a jersey and it's not like a Christmas sweater. So I don't know what to call it. There's probably a name for it, but whatever.
It's making me think
just didn't
of
seem
Elwood.
You basically went, there's a bit of clothing with Hello Kitty on.
Yeah.
But it was just the amount of detail about the clothing. It's like, I don't think I've ever described clothing in that much detail in my entire life.
I had to complain about not being able to get all three.
But yeah, it's like, what is it? A t-shirt. What's it made of? Don't know. It's t-shirt shaped.
Shane said I didn't even pay $85 for my first house. Was it a hut? I don't know. Things are different in the UK. It's not a long sleeve shirt. It's a different material. Never mind. Of course, Chad's going to dig into it now.
Super expensive over here.
Yeah. Let's see. All right, let me get a couple of supers, and then we'll move on to something. First of all, for 2, a dog will 100% eat you before it starves.
Oh, everything would eat you.
Like, I think his point was that
your
the
own
cat
family
would
eat you before they starved.
I think the point is that the dog would wait until it was about to like starve to death. The cat would a day would go by and the cat would be like,
you may still be breathing when the cat. If you can't swat the cat off, it'll start at the feet first.
Yeah, like the chunky cat Lucifer from Cinderella.
You wake up late, you might lose a toe.
It's true. Chris Nicholson for 10. Back in college, the days of the week were Thirsty Thursday, Effed Up Friday, Saucy Saturday, Sloppy Sunday, Maybe We Should Stop Monday, Time to Get Help Tuesday, and Functional Alcoholic Wednesday. Oh, goodness.
That's a lot of different titles to drink.
Yeah,
that is.
I might adopt that.
I know, I like that. The Urinal Man for 10. I hope you 3 had a great week. Hey, X-Ray, I missed your brother, Philip Chan. It's been a while since he last visited my stall. I hope to run into him in our favorite restroom soon. I don't get it.
Does he have a favorite urinal?
I don't know. I don't know.
This sounds like like personal lore.
I don't know this lore. That's like the crazy part.
don't
But
know
the thing
the
is,
lore.
it's also Philip. Like
It's hard to keep up with his lore, to be honest.
He's
There's a
probably
lot.
spoken about a favorite urinal he always goes to or something. It's like, no, I need to go that
well,
one.
you have that like tendency of which bathroom to use, and a lot of people will use the second one, the second stall, the second in.
No.
Oh,
Our urinal game is way more complicated than your stall game.
No. If you're in an empty bathroom, I find most people will go into not the first one, but the second one usually, or the far one. It's either or.
Urinals are entirely different than stalls, though.
Oh, I know.
Because you have to go next to somebody, and so there's like rules that nobody has ever communicated or discussed, but every man knows them and automatically follows them by instinct.
I love how
the first guy will go to either the first one, but almost certainly the last one. The other guy will come in and be on the opposite guy. The next one will be in the middle, and then they fill in the odds and the evens. And
so that they're not beside each other.
Yeah, and then the next guy that comes in, he's got a challenge because he's got to decide which too many he wants to stand in. And there's an entire, I think there is a website where it's like, does the urinal game of where would you stand? And there is a right answer.
Look what you started this through, talking about urinal game.
I try.
Yeah, you can. Like, if you stand sideways, you can probably pee over them and get at least 3.
Oh, goodness. Okay.
Well, when I was younger, anyway.
This is male privilege right here. You can
I know, right?
So many different.
Girls can't do that.
Write our name in the snow. It's what we evolved for.
Lucky you. Russell Halford 2, you want all 3 shirts while the chat wants toes. Is this Dan Vest's alt account?
Okay, Russell Hall is. Are you basically saying you will pay for her 3 shirts if you see her toes?
Well, he just says toes. He didn't necessarily say mine. Maybe what if I asked Dan for a picture of his feet? Disparu, come on, show them
toes
piggies.
for Wicked shirts.
Yeah.
Well, you want to use showing Brie Larson's toes as a threat. Like, or I'll show them. I will. I've got it ready.
Not the Fred Flintstone toes.
Yes.
Oh God. Oh.
She can point round corners.
God.
Oh no. What do you guys think? I don't know if we talked about this, but what do you guys think of her? It's just the voice, so I really don't care. I like the first Mario movie, but what do you guys think about her being Rosalina in the next Mario movie?
I don't care.
I don't care either. I think it's like whatever. It's just her voice.
Doesn't matter to me.
And I don't think people were saying that she possibly was gonna like be like a PR nightmare. And I'm like, I don't think so. Like, how much?
No, she's been really good with the press in recent times. She was the person who started to lead the charge with, here's this very obvious setup question, and she's just like, I don't know. I don't care. It means nothing to me. And she was the one that started doing that, and now other people have gone on. Like, Sydney Sweeney recently got praised for her interview thing.
Yeah.
But Brie was kind of the first person who was going.
My favorite line.
You know, I don't really know what to think of it, and I'm not sure. Then I think it was Mads Mikkelsen, and then it was Sydney.
But I think Brie wasn't as well liked as Sydney Sweeney, at least in these parts of town.
Oh, she was despised.
Yeah, and so like, of course, you know, Sydney Sweeney has that PR answer, and we're like, yes. And Brie, you just learn to like, and I'm glad she's shining through.
No one will. I still don't think Brie, like, people were comparing her like to Rachel Zegler, and I'm like, listen, I don't care. I don't think she ever got as bad as Rachel. Rachel was like insufferable. Brie just did a couple things that were like kind of dumb, but Rachel like really takes the cake, I think, for all these idiots saying dumb stuff in their tours.
Rachel took the spotlight, and that's what allowed Brie to just kind of coast along and just go, no, I don't care about anything, and then win people back.
Yeah.
Because there's an alternative, eviler person.
People realize how low really things can go. And it's always been the case, though. People don't care if you disagree with them. Everyone knows people in Hollywood disagree with them. The problem is when you come out and you start attacking people for it.
Consistently.
So, yeah, and when you come out and go, I don't care what a man thinks about my movie, then obviously people aren't going to like that. Which is different than people going, do you think there's a problem with reviewers? And you go like, I don't know, I don't really have an opinion on it. Well, there you go. As long as actors realize that the press are not their friends, then you can kind of get away with anything. You don't have to answer them.
And that seems more relatable too, just on a viewer perspective. Because they're not, or she's not telling us what to think, what to do, and all this. Or if you have this opinion, then you're the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
Which is what
I mean, you have to
Rachel
remember, Rachel Zegler said...
If you disagree with her, you were basically just like...
I hope you
saying-
have no rest or whatever was.
Yeah, if you voted differently than me, I hope you never know peace.
Yeah, that's
what it was. Yeah.
Like, kind of wild.
Okay. God.
And that was another thing. No one prompted her. She wasn't asked. She did that on her own social media, off her own back.
Yeah,
well,
off
she's like,
the,
you know
off
what, my
the PR
opinion.
for Snow White. And I think that's the one thing that, like, I think if you have adventured out into the world and actually known what, like, difficult life is like, you don't say things like this so easily. Because, you know, hunger, for example, these people have never experienced hunger unless they want to just starve themselves so that they can get skinny.
Yeah,
these people haven't known like food security, good clean water, shelter, and whatnot. And I feel like they would have something different to say. Not that they're going to end up like Greta Thunberg, but you know,
But there's definitely something to learn, because you see it in streamers as well. If they've hit successful streaming straight out of school, and so they've never been in a proper job, and they just have absolutely no filter and eventually explode. Because that's the only thing they've known, so it's the only challenge they've really had. It's the greatest challenge they've had, and they eventually burn out or say something really stupid. Whereas if you've had a normal job under a boss, you have a natural filter because you have to be professional, because otherwise you get fired and then you won't eat. And so you learn how to, like, where you can go, how you can play the line, how far you can go up to. And it is a case that Rachel Zegler, she was picked by Steven Spielberg himself. She was put into all these things because of all certain categories. So I can understand why she's like, obviously, I'm all these identity groups, because that is her entire career. And so everyone's always praised her for it.
And I don't think she's a bad singer, but she's not, like, we get a lot of, like, I want to say like 10, 15 years ago, like even on like these like random shows and stuff, when people sang, it was really good, right? Like you see interviews of like singers in like the late 90s, early 2000s doing radio interviews, and they ask them to sing on the spot and they do a cappella and it sounds beautiful. But nowadays they don't ask stars to do that anymore because a lot of them like auto-tune and stuff. But like Rachel, I think they definitely auto-tuned her a bit in like Snow White. But I think I think we've talked about this. She has more of a theater voice.
Yeah,
that works for her, like in that, but not with the, I don't know. But she was all wrong for Snow White on a lot of levels.
Well, yeah, but singing, it's not exactly a rare talent. You'll find a lot of people that can sing that will work in the most random jobs of all time.
In acting,
well, yeah, but not even that. There'll just be a load of people that sing, but that's not their career. They had to get a normal job 9 to 5 and doing that. Like, Rachel Zegler isn't the best singer. She was just the best singer they could find that was half Latina. And that was why she was hired by Steven Spielberg, because he wanted a Latina for West Side Story, when actually she isn't, because she wasn't Puerto Rican and they had a problem with it. So, like, this is the issue with identity groups. You actually, they will say that Snow White actually broadened it out, it was colorblind casting, and that opened it up to everyone so we could find the best person. It wasn't. What you actually did was exclude the majority of people because you wanted somebody that wasn't actual role so you could virtue signal over it. And so you actually narrow down the pool rather than widen it. There would have been loads of people in Europe that could have done that Snow White and would have looked the part. But they just chose Steven Spielberg's favorite.
Ariana Grande would have done a better job being Snow White.
I actually think she would have been a good Snow White because she can act and sing. So I think that all I do is give her the dark hair and it would have worked.
She doesn't really have enough calories to mouth off to the press either.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a minute. I don't know what's going on with X right now. Maybe by the time we finish the topic, the full Rapunzel picture will load. I'm having such.
It's okay. We understand.
It kind of looks like there's a horrible like censored picture underneath. You don't know what's going to be revealed.
It was like kept catching my eye, and I'm just like watching it slowly load. I had such an issue. Like X is being so dumb.
This
for me
is like
today.
adult sites on 56K modems.
I feel
you
like
have to wait half an hour to get to the good bit.
There it goes. So Disney has reportedly felt that Sabrina Carpenter was allegedly too pretty when meeting her for the role of Rapunzel for the live-action movie, and they wanted someone who looked a bit more ordinary. Now, I don't think that. I think
she's too pretty.
I don't think she's too pretty. I think Sabrina Carpenter's like
No
pretty,
one
but
thinks Sabrina's.
she's not like drop dead gorgeous. Like when you see her without makeup, she just looks normal, which is fine. But you have to put a lot of makeup on her to make her look, more than mid. Yeah, she is. I said that, and I don't necessarily think that mid is like a bad thing, right? Because it's like there's mid, and then there's like, well, she's ugly. Most people are mid. Like you have to be special to be
average
like.
Isn't an insult. No.
But
Sabrina Carpenter, so Sydney Sweeney is a woman written by a man for men. Sabrina Carpenter is a woman written by a woman for women. Like, she is not like attractive at all in that way. She's a weird person where she can gyrate on stage and there's absolutely nothing erotic or sensual about it at all. It's so bizarre.
But the fact that they say that, it makes me go back to thinking of like,
ordinary.
like the Little Mermaid, like how like Ariel is. I mean, all the Disney princesses specifically are not supposed to be ordinary. They're supposed to be extraordinary, right? They're supposed to be gorgeous and bombshells and just, like perfect in every way, especially look wise. So it's really weird. It's like, oh, we need to make her a bit more ordinary. So like, what are they going to do with Rapunzel now? Is she going to get the same kind of treatment that we got with like Little Mermaid and Snow White? Most likely.
Uglified, like
yes.
Extremely. I don't know.
If you think of even Girl Next Door was always supposed to be like a 7 or an 8 that you think you can get with. It's kind of meant to be the attractive person in your local town kind of thing. And now we've gone below that. Now we're talking like 4s. And it's like, oh, we're going to put a 4, because to make it so that all you peasants out there can see what you look like. It's so weird. I think no one in Hollywood, unless you're doing like comedy role or a villainous piece, they should all be 10s. All of them.
Yeah, that's how it used to be anyways. People used to, I don't know if it was complaining, but it used to be like a joke where like if they took like a real story and made it Hollywood, it would be like this dumpy looking person, and then like when they would make it into Hollywood, it'd be like some model playing the character, and it's like, well, yeah, Hollywood is supposed to make things hotter.
The best of
One of the critiques the left has about Starship Troopers is they think people side with the humans because they're too hot. Because everyone in that movie is hot. And they're like, you just can't see they're the villains because you're attracted to them. And it's like, it's a good point. I'd side with the humans anyway. But if you do want villainous people, making them attractive, just kind of show them in a better light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, people do tend to be nicer to hotter people.
Oh yeah, it's the halo effect. You think they're smarter, more intelligent, more competent. It's one of the issues that British comedies don't translate over to America very well, though, is Americans kept casting hot people in the roles, whereas we cast like weird-looking people in comedy roles. And so when they moved over there, suddenly the guy that everyone's supposed to be humiliated, but now he's like some Hollywood star that looks like he's just fell out of heaven. It's like, yeah, it just doesn't work in that role.
Like the hot Squidward meme. Like when you know what I'm talking about? I don't know if Drew does it. No, X-Ray does probably. No. It's like a muscular Squidward from SpongeBob.
Oh, with the big chin and whatnot and smoldering eyes.
Yeah, smoldering Squidward.
They did that with Santa Claus at the mall that I visited. They made him into like hot daddy Santa, and I'm like, ooh, no, thank you. He's supposed to be fat and jolly.
Here, I'll show you it. Here you go, Disparu. This is the.
I think that's just to get the moms to get, like, the kids stopped caring about going, so it's like we can get the moms though.
It's the beautified Squidward meme.
Chadward.
Yeah.
It reminds me of someone, but I can't remember. It reminds me of a person. Who is that?
I'm gonna bug him all day.
Which person?
No, there's I can't remember.
Like a Jason Statham? He kind of looks like Jason Statham a bit.
A little bit.
I had no idea, but I was watching Euphoria and I didn't know that Frankenstein was in.
Oh, Jacob Elordi? Yeah, I watched the first season of that. Me and Vara were talking about like pushing through. I don't know if you guys want to do this too. We could do it for this show as well. And watching the final season, like Cassie, who is Sydney Sweeney's character, is going to be like an OF.
An OF, an OF model. But the crazy part is Kate. I think it's Kate, the bigger girl. She kind of did her own little version.
She was a cam girl or something, right?
Yeah. And she was a dominatrix of sorts, where she was telling people and demeaning them.
You described her as a bigger girl. Do you just mean fat?
Yes.
Oh, this is a
X-Ray's the nice one out of us three. Me and this were like fatties, chunkers. She's like, well, like a bit bigger. She's nicer than us.
I wasn't going to say anything until the description turned into
Canadian.
cam girl, and now she's a dominatrix. Like, firstly, anything which requires that much leather on a like, she's going to go bankrupt just trying to buy it. Second, how far is the camera back to fit her in?
No.
Like, if you are a massive beast, surely cam girl isn't the what does somebody call him? Morbidly brave.
Morbidly brave.
Or there was something like a huge it was a huge something entity. It was
Oh my god!
if you're going to be any of those things, like you're gonna have to position the camera a long way just to fit you in. It's like this isn't your natural profession. How many people are you gonna get there? 3? Like you are playing cam girl on hard mode, surely.
You're very brave.
Yeah, so the bigger girl.
I don't think she's going to be on the next season. I've read. It's funny that I feel like I know more behind the scenes about that show. I'm gonna watch, like I said, like if you guys want to like review it, and I know I feel like boys.
I'm watching the 2nd season now, so
okay, I'll catch up.
But I was surprised that Jacob Elordi was in that show, and then he did Frankenstein.
You know who was? I keep talking about this. You know who was supposed to play Frankenstein? Andrew. My gosh, Spider-Man, Andrew.
Lloyd Webber. Oh.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Andrew Garfield. I don't know why his name escaped me for a minute. They even had the prosthetics made and everything, but he dropped out like last minute.
Oh, he's so small. I think Jacob Elordi's height really helps.
Probably. I think that Andrew Garfield would have did a good job, like because he's great with like the physical acting, like body acting, but they probably would have had to do more to like make make him taller and
bigger. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, are all the Spider-Mans been tiny?
Kind of.
Because I saw a video of Tom Holland next to his girlfriend.
Zendaya is just a gazelle.
It's the one where she's getting surrounded by the press and he drags her out of the press. He looks like a midget next to everybody. That guy is tiny. You could fit him in your pocket.
Though.
Like. He's the only person where Tom Cruise could see the top of his head.
Oh my god. Okay, so Tom Holland is 5'6.5". Oh, he's tiny.
Yeah, it's the video. I don't know whether I could find the video.
Well,
I was amazed.
That's tiny. And Zendaya, how tall is she though? Because I think she's actually like tall. So like
I think she's
next
like 5'9", 5'10".
Look, next to Tom Holland, everyone's tall.
Okay. Well, actually, this one says Tom Holland's 5'8" and Zendaya is 5'10".
I don't believe it. Unless Zendaya is like 6'3", there's no way he's 5'10".
No. Tom Holland's 5'8". She's 5'10".
Yeah, there's no way there was way more than 2 inches in that. He looked tiny. She could pick him up and use him as a handbag.
Was she wearing heels?
I mean, I assume so. It was a red carpet event.
Okay. Damn. Yeah.
I'm trying to find the video.
And all the boys in the chat are like, nah, man.
This is according to the internet, okay? I'm only going by what they say.
Never wrong. Come on, guys. You should know this by now. He said Tom Holland's not 5'8". That's a man's.
Ed.
The boys are roasting him in the chat.
This is one of the problems. If you're 6 foot, everyone just thinks you're lying and rounding up to 6 foot.
Yeah.
And with him, it's like he could tell me any height. If it starts with a 5, I'm thinking he's lying.
Well, weirdly, like I exaggerate things, right? Like, and people that had never met like Jay, I'm like, oh, I always joke. I'm like, Jay's 9 feet tall. I'm up to his belly button. And there's people that met him and they're like, I thought you'd be taller. And he's like, what? He's like, well, Wicked Virtue says you're 9 feet tall. Like, well, it was a joke.
Yeah. Oh my God. Jacob Elordi is 6'5".
You know, him and Zendaya dated. Just a fun fact.
He's already shorter than everyone else in that scrub. People are like, he saved Zendaya. He doesn't have to try.
Oh my God, he's in the burgundy shirt.
The tiny one.
Tiny.
Like he couldn't beat up anybody there.
That's me trying to save X-Ray Girl.
And it's as he walks off, it was look at that. That is not 2 inches difference. She's bending over, by the way.
That's how me and X-Ray look when we walk together.
Yeah, it does.
You caught him just at the like they cut it. Look at that height difference. She's leaning forwards.
Poor Tom Holland getting roasted.
He is tiny.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm glad he feels confident being okay. Here's a picture.
I wouldn't trust him as Spider-Man. He's likely to get kidnapped.
This is a side-by-side picture of that happening. There.
Oh,
Oh my! Look at that. 2 inches, my arse.
I don't like his haircut. What's up with that? I don't know. His haircut looks like his mom put a bowl on his head and did it.
Yeah, it's just started chopping.
Sorry, it's just roast Tom time. It's whatever. Like
Oh,
I'm surprised he didn't give himself like a more spiky hairstyle to try and add height to him.
I couldn't believe it. Speaking of Tom Holland, I got into an argument.
You'll
with
have to shout. He can't hear you down there.
Saying that Tom Holland's Spider-Man was better than Toby, and I almost ended the friendship.
oh
I was
no.
like, are you kidding me right now? I am like physically offended by that remark.
Wow.
Speaking of offended, Sydney Sweeney's
should have been
got a new
Ant-Man.
movie coming. That would have fit.
Housemaid. I want to watch that.
I want to watch it too. I'll probably go to the theaters to see this one. So we saved you a seat. The Housemaid is in theaters December 19th. Get the tickets now. So
my issue with this poster is if you're going to pay all this money to get Sydney Sweeney in your movie, don't put her in a maid's outfit and then hide the goods. Like,
okay, I was gonna say, where are you going with this? Because the chat might disagree with you, but then you
hired her for one reason. Well, 2 reasons. Everyone knows what those 2 reasons are, and you even put her in a maid's outfit to be like, see, you want to see her in a maid's outfit, and then you hid everything. It's actually more difficult to hide them on Sydney Sweeney.
Well,
I think in the trailer it's a bit more like
Madam Web is all I have to say.
But you're
well,
right.
Exactly.
The actual like
that was
poster
under a volcano.
should be like male gaze. You know what I mean?
Well, it's the only way you're going to get him into the cinema for a chick flick.
Yeah. Well, So
I mean,
what is the story behind this again? Hold on.
Basically, she gets hired as a maid for this lady, and I don't know who the crazy one is.
Yeah, they're kind of keeping
the trailer hints at both of them. It's very mystery based to know which one it's going to go. It looks in the trailer like Sydney kills somebody, but we don't know whether it's self-defense. It's very strange.
Two white girls going crazy. I'm down for this.
But yeah, they started that way, and then they started competing. Because I think the story is the husband hires as a nanny to help the wife. But then the wife starts to think that either she's going for the husband or the husband may be falling in for her. And then they start catfighting a little bit. Then you suddenly get really strange stuff where there's like suddenly blood and flashes of things happening to each other. And it looks a bit like a horror movie, but you don't know who's doing it to who.
It sounds like a mental thriller. Like
I like those. I like
Shrooms
that.
was. I don't know if you ever saw that.
So just like the quick overview says, a young woman named Millie, who is Sydney Sweeney, accepts to live in a housemaid position for a wealthy and seemingly perfect couple. Millie, who is trying to escape her past, quickly realizes the Winchesters are hiding dark secrets, and her dream job turns into a dangerous situation involving manipulation and power struggles. And it's based on the 2022 novel by Frida McFadden. So it's saying that she's the protagonist in this. So maybe.
We'll find out.
We'll
the
see.
trailer definitely makes it look different. It's Lionsgate, they'd probably claim.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't pull it up. Like weirdly, the only thing I'm comfortable pulling up, like only company, is Disney, which you would think that they would be like claiming, but they don't. Netflix gets you immediately. I don't even bother with Netflix
is
anymore.
Horrible for that.
Awful. But yeah, I'll go see this. We'll review this for you guys. I'm sure Disparu will eventually
December
watch it.
10th, I think it comes out in 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
19th.
No, 3 weeks. Oh, so far away.
I know.
Oh, Fackham Hall is in 2 weeks. That's, I think, December 10th for that.
Yeah, there's loads of stuff coming out in December. There's House of Asher. There's a new Doctor Who thing.
The second Five Nights at Freddy's, right? Yeah, that's December.
Yeah, Avatar.
Yeah, there's quite a bit.
I don't care about Avatar at all.
Me
I didn't
neither.
care about
Well,
the
not that
second
I
one.
care about it.
I didn't watch
but
the
yeah.
second one.
I think I ended up watching like half, and I'm just like, this is so boring.
It's a very repetitive story. Oh, humans,
just blue
bad.
CGI. I really struggle to like just entire CGI things when there's not people in it as such.
But it could be live action, Disparu. Lion King told me so.
It should have been live action. Give more prosthetics. Like,
All right, let me catch up on supers. Saw, thank you for the 10. Hi, Wicked Extra Girl in this brew. Extra Girl, how many dogs did you try on your trip? I only have 1 day left of work before working 9 days in a row. Made
Oh,
double
jeez.
time with holiday pay the last 2 days. Oof. Well,
Oh,
you know what? That's
congrats.
good. Go for it. Working hard.
I tried to take a dog. If I tried to take a dog home, I think I was asking our guide because he said that someone took a cat home,
From
and
Egypt?
for the vet bills and all that, you would need around 2 weeks. I really wanted to. There's so many dogs and so many cats everywhere, and some were really, really, really sweet. But
Aw.
I would not. I will not stay in that country for longer than I need to. I'm so like I'm not even sorry.
No,
Egypt,
don't be sorry.
kind
Because
of
You're
when
not
you
allowed to
disgusting.
import.
when
You're
you
not
told
allowed to
me you were
import
going, I
normies
was
anyway.
like, not that I need to tell her this, but I was like, always be surrounded by men, please. Like I
Oh
was like
no,
scared. I knew you would be because of who you were going with, but I was just
yeah.
like, that's the first thing that popped in my head when you said you were going. I'm like, oh my gosh, just please stay safe. Like I was,
A lot
yeah.
of the people, I mean, all the people, they all offered, especially once everyone started to go home. They're like, if you need me to walk you to the store or whatever, just let me know. Just text and we'll figure something out. And I'm like, I never felt unsafe. I never felt alone. Except when everyone left on like that first night. And then we got to the next hotel and I was alone in the room and I'm like, I'm sad. There's no one here.
Aw.
The end of the trip. I hate that come down from like a meetup because you've probably all felt it after hanging out with people all day, all night for a week or so, and you're like, I kind of miss having people around.
I
I mean,
know we
I
were
do.
together for like almost 2 weeks, and then afterwards it's like, oh, because we did the
It
road trip
always
and then we were hanging out.
it always feels weird going back to your own house. That's the
Yes.
thing. Because you kind of you're in a new place, but you're also always busy doing stuff with people all the time.
Mhm.
And it's not a pace that you could ever keep up if you did it in your normal life. But when you come back and you just everything's how it's always been, it is a bit like,
Quiet.
oh,
It feels very weird. And I mean, I don't get me wrong, I love being at home, but having the reliance on other people and missing it does suck a little bit, okay? I miss
Yeah.
people. So, yeah, yeah. But Egypt, POS. Sorry, Egypt. The pyramids, all that stuff, 10 out of 10.
I imagine you were in the nice part of the city as well, if that's the tourist area.
Yeah, so we were on this like tiny little island in Cairo area that had like bridges coming across onto it, and that was like the tourist area. So that was the mainstay. And then once the trip ended, we kind of moved to a different hotel because the one we were staying at was like 300 US a night, and I was not paying that.
Tourist area, yeah.
Yeah. So went to a hotel, Santana Hotel, and it was like 50 US a night.
Wow.
It
It was
looked as
nice?
you would think for the cost, but it was
Oh.
nice enough. Like, it was like hostel nice.
Oh, okay.
I
There's
would
no
say.
nice part of Cairo. You're
Yeah.
at the airport.
Yeah, lots of sand.
Yeah. Well, even then, there's just people trying to scam you everywhere, including even the staff at the museum. They tried to
Really?
scam a small group of us, saying that we needed a guide, and we're like, well, no
Like,
one
we're
else
good.
is
We
walking
got
around with a guide.
Yeah, that's kind of like I mean, I'm sure it's way worse in Egypt, but you go to New York City, and you walk around like Times Square, you need to act like you're a New Yorker and like look mad and just stare
crap on
straight
the
ahead.
street randomly.
Well, don't
Crap on the street, throw your trash over here, punch a random person, push somebody off a train station, and you'll be fine. Then that's when they know
Is
you're
that
no,
how
but
right.
you have to like
New Yorkers have to spend?
That is exactly it. Look, I've seen
watch
Ryan
too
Long
many
videos.
movies.
They're all lunatics. I am never going. It's like a worse London. It's wild. I didn't think a place existed which was like London but crappier and more expensive, and it's New York. I can understand why they set Sex in the City in there. It's the only place I could find enough degenerates for one show.
Oh, dang. But no, it's really like that because you, like, if you even are smiling or like you look like you're enjoying yourself, you will just get people coming up to you constantly trying to sell you stuff. And like, I started getting mean with them. I was like, get away from me. Like, this one lady was trying to sell like a bracelet. And this was like a good 7 or 8 years ago. I don't even remember at this time, but it's the only time I've been to New York. And my friends that were with me, like one gave like $20 for it. She's like, whatever price you want to give. And I was like, okay, they look kind of nice. And I was like, I had 10. And I was like, 10. And then she's like, no, 20. And I was like, never mind then. What do you mean? You said any price. I have a $10 bill. I'm trying to be nice to you. Get away from me. Like I get mean real quick, but I've worked in customer service for a very long time, so I don't put up with any bull.
Also, you are from New York.
Exactly. Like, I might be down at like 7
that
hours away.
explains a lot of things.
I'm 7 hours away from the city, so we're a little bit nicer. Because I mean, Buffalo's a city of good neighbors. Like, it's way better. But like New York City, they like just friendly advice. I don't think anybody wants to go there right now. Don't go. But like if it ever gets decent again and you go, you just straight ahead and look mad, and they'll leave you alone.
I periodically fall down like, look at this expensive house, or what can you get for 10 grand here? And the New York ones are always the weirdest because it's just like bare brick on the walls. There's open pipes here. It's just like a blank space of barely anything with a dirty window on the other side and probably a loft bit that they've built in just to give you a second floor. And they always go, admittedly, it's not much. It's about $10,000 for this like tiny cubby hole. The toilet's across the other sides of the hall. You may have a kitchen, but it's like just a burner they've plugged into the wall. But what you really want to do is, it's actually the area that's so amazing. Then they go outside and take you to some crumbly diner that looks like it's been set up by a hobo in the street. And they're like, look at this, doesn't it have such character to it? It's like, it looks like it got food poisoning is what it does. It looks like hipsters would be into it.
It's true. Russell Hall for 2 says, I'm saying the chat can make that happen. Yes. Well, maybe if we get Disparu saucy enough, this shows little piggies. I'm kidding. I would never do that to you, Disparu.
Nobody wants to see my feet. That's not what. That's not. When they say they want to show feet, that's not what they're asking for.
You don't know what you just probably unleashed. Just wait. Dan's gonna appear out of nowhere and be like, "I want."
Oh God! And then he's gonna talk about poop. Please don't.
Yeah, that's what Dan's really concerned with at the moment.
Toes, yeah. Dildo Shaggins for 2. What normal jobs have y'all had? Name at least 2. Well, I was in the multiple restaurant jobs throughout my life. Daycare, preschool, cleaner. That's 3 off the top of my head. I've done a lot. I worked in restaurants a lot, though. I was a manager. At one point, I was doing 2 restaurants and daycare at once. That was exhausting.
More normal jobs than I have, then, for sure.
I also worked at a library once, like a college library.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not so much. I worked as a receptionist at a spa, and then I worked in said spa eventually.
And then
that's not normal though, being a esthetician. I don't think that's a normal job, but a receptionist maybe.
I think when they say normal job, they mean like 9 to 5 kind of thing.
Oh, I've never worked a 9 to 5.
I think they mean instead of this, essentially.
I worked a 4 to 4 once because I remember doing the daycare and then getting like an hour break and taking a nap and then going to the restaurant job. Man, that was tiring.
God, those are long days. Yeah. I worked for the school in administration for a little bit. So
that's kind of normal.
It's kind of normal. I did just basically collating papers and stuff like that.
Yeah, those are my most boring jobs. Data entry was the most boring thing I've done. Retail. I was in tally sales for a bit. I absolutely despised it and stopped going. I don't think I ever quit that job. I think I just stopped going.
You ghosted the job?
That's how much I hated that job. I just stopped. I was like, what's going to happen? Nothing. Let's say you start in school, like, this is going to be your permanent record. And then by the end of it, you're just like, I realize there is not really any consequences. Like, I want 2 weeks notice. Yeah, but what if I just don't? What happens then? Because I'm not going to work for you anymore. So what exactly can you do?
They pay the bank account that's linked to you, and then that's it. That's all that you
exactly.
Can do,
it's like,
right?
you could just be annoyed with me, but what if I'm more annoyed with you already? But I spent most of my life till I was 30 desperately trying to stay out of work. That was the majority of my life. Still is. That's why I'm here.
He's like, this is my final form.
I would say
this is what being the ultimate layabout can get you.
The most exhausting one for me was like the daycare restaurant one, because like I said, it would be 4 to like 1 and then a bit of a nap and then back in again at 4 for the nighttime job to close. Oof. People, I know people like they think restaurant work isn't tough. Dude, if you're in the kitchen, it's tough.
I think that taking care of more than one customer at a time is difficult. I cannot imagine.
It is. And I was at the one I was, well, actually, I was a manager at 2 different places I worked at, and I was doing like the register, making half of the food in the front kitchen, and then also answering the phones. It was nuts. I did it though. I'm a good multitasker, but man. Saw, thank you for the 5. All the days are 12-hour nights, and the other day suck dumping and putting 700-pound barrels on pallets. Man, you must be jacked, Saw. 700-pound barrels, are you just like Donkey Kong? Just boom.
He works out. He's got like crazy.
Yeah, at his job. That's
right? You don't need to go to the gym. 700, like, that's like some Donkey Kong stuff.
Well,
just boom, throwing barrels.
That is the thing about the gym. The gyms are like unnatural inventions that we've made to imitate just living before. So we used to always be lifting heavy things, building stuff with wood,
or even just walking.
But yeah, but it would be if you had to build your own house like everybody used to. You're lifting wood beams all over the place. If you were farming, it's just constant work, gardening, laboring. So yeah, the gyms are just desperately trying to imitate a natural lifestyle.
Yeah. Saul the hamster, they give you a member for 3 months. Loaded Weapon 1 did that trope the best. Nerdy chick takes off glasses and lets hair down. Kathy Ireland.
No,
Loaded Weapon 1. I've never seen that.
Never heard of it.
Me neither.
I've seen it, but it's so long ago I can't remember it. But the thing that sticks in my mind is actually Felicity from Green Arrow.
Oh yeah, that.
And then the first time she's revealed, where she's like, "Well, I can doll myself up, actually," and then she comes down in like slow motion towards him. It's like, Jesus, nobody saw that coming.
D Jabroni, big time for 2. Brie Larson has nice cans. I like boobies. Well,
I think that's genuinely what started to win people over when she did the monologue. Was it Jimmy Fallon or something like that? Jimmy Kimmel. She did one of those
dress
monologues.
Or something, right?
It was a deep cut dress.
He was like, I remember it.
Side boob.
He's like, I remember it.
Everyone
appeal to the male gaze. Okay.
It works.
Chair destroyers.
Even Amandla tried that after the Acolyte. It just didn't stick.
That's another way to call it. Another name for the chunkers, chair destroyers. Thanks, Phil. My gosh.
I think the best one I've heard recently was the calcium cannons.
What for?
Calcium
boobs?
cannons for boobs.
Mm-hmm.
I think I heard Gary say that, and I was like,
it was on the real BBC.
I don't want to hear Gary say this.
Before we move on, the Jabroni Big Time still likes boobies. Thank you for the 2.
Good for you.
I'll keep updating you if anything changes.
Okay, because we were
it's
just
like,
on
no,
this
sorry,
topic,
now I just like the right one.
Since you brought up Amandla, thank you for that. Because we will catch up on supers again in just a moment.
It's already weird enough that she sticks a random L in Amanda, and you just added another letter to it.
Amandla.
You said Amandla.
Oh,
it's like,
see,
it's
I don't
like
know.
Belinda.
It's like her name
Linda.
gets longer the more it goes on.
So what is this? I can play it, right? Oh, it's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We gotta watch the whole thing.
Well, if you read the summary, that'll probably give you the gist. But
okay,
yeah,
well, thank you, Steph, for the summary. Amandla Steinberg leaving Instagram and not being, what is it? Stenberg. See, I can't read. And not being active on social media. I just like, I feel like my brain doesn't care about celebrity names. So I'm like, whatever happens, happens. Anyways, and not being active on social media is not surprising. She's been receiving backlash for months over her casting in Children's of Blood and Bone. Children of Blood and Bone. What is that?
I've never even heard of.
I never heard of that.
I don't know.
Me neither. What backlash?
I know. With many people claiming she's stealing roles from dark-skinned Black women, she definitely. Oh God, here we go with that.
Oh my
she defended
God.
her casting while also talking about death threats she received simply for existing in Star Wars. You did not get. I don't think she really got death threats. I don't believe it.
Apparently, it's a young adult romantic Afro fantasy novel.
Oh my.
What does that
So
even mean?
I can understand actually why they're complaining because she's clearly not African.
She's not Black enough.
No. She doesn't look sub-Saharan.
No. No. And that's the thing I think that like the half Black girls and guys get. They're like you're not full Black, so you don't belong with us. And to put into her perspective, she's stealing roles from white people, and now the Black people are like, you're not Black enough for these Black roles.
Yeah, but the thing is, and so if you probably play the first minute because she's an absolute hypocrite on this from her previous comments, but you might as well play a bit of the video.
I will.
Fully address in video format.
Probably put it on 1.5. Because she's really slow at talking. I think it's her slow brain.
Yeah.
It's of me that I steal roles from dark-skinned women. I've spoken.
Is it going too? It's probably too fast for the chat. Disprove. You watch every. I'll do 1.25. You watch everything real fast. The chat's gonna be like, hold on.
I would have put it on 2. I was being generous.
About it a lot already, but mostly in print interviews, and the realization that I should have come to a lot more quickly was that nobody's trying to read all that ever. So
no one's trying to listen to all this either. Just saying.
I think that with this, at least a feeling of acknowledgement can be achieved. I've been through a lot of shit, y'all. Like this year was mostly defined for me, honestly, by contending with what it felt like to receive racist death threats just for existing in the Star Wars universe, and that was a really difficult thing for me to move through. But
the thing is, you didn't exist in Star Wars. You made fun of people's, made a diss track. You didn't just exist.
She attacked the audience. She came out and said that nerds are gay and how all the Acolyte was going to be shown through that lens, and that's what everyone should be. Then she existed in a show where evil won. She murdered her own, like, it wasn't her actually genetic father, but essentially father, in that he was on the fatherly role and that. And then was upset because he didn't die in enough pain and misery for her. So, yeah, I can understand why people don't like you, love.
Yeah, you just existed, clearly.
Painful for me to feel like I'm at odds with my own community. I just want everybody to know that this is important to me, that I think about it with every choice that I make, that I would never navigate my career blindly and ignorantly, not thinking about my skin tone or the space that I occupy.
I think that all she thinks about is her skin tone, though.
Well, it's the excuse that she uses to get roles. But now when people, this is exactly what happened with Rachel Zegler. She's like, no, I'm Latina. I should be in West Side Story because I'm Latina. And then when the Puerto Ricans went, well, you're not Puerto Rican, she attacked them and went, I can be Puerto Rican if I want to be. And then when she goes in Snow White, she's like, I'm Latina, and being Latina in a European thing is great because I'm moving you out and you shouldn't deserve representation, but I deserve representation.
My first introduction to Rachel Zegler was a tweet where she's like, you know, yes, I'm Snow White, and the character will not be whitewashed. And I was like, what is she on about? Who is this idiot?
Weird.
Oh, gosh.
This is the entire thing. It is that I'm the thing that should be in everything, and I will argue for both sides of the argument, depending on whatever
benefits me. Yeah.
So, in this, she's complaining because people are like, well, you're clearly not African. You don't represent me. And so now she's like, oh, well, it's really important to me.
Now she's getting racism from the other side, but don't these people think that you can't be racist against white people, though? I thought that's how they felt.
Well, this is against Africans.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, like, technically, right, if they're saying she's not black enough, it's because she's half white, right? So if they're attacking her for the white part, and she's crying about that. But I'm just saying, people like her say that you can't be racist towards white people. Not that she said that, she probably has, I don't know. But I'm just saying that is you guys both know that's a really popular thing that people
she's spoken about privilege and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
She has the most privilege. Like, she's not
she grew up rich. I
didn't.
Got more privilege than me there.
You have to be rich to be this thick. Like, to have this position, you have to be incredibly rich.
And so self-centered. The fact that she has no wherewithal to understand this, what she's put forth, and then to turn it around on herself without even knowing that she's turned around on herself.
It gets worse than this. So before we watch the rest of the video, just to add context, this is her previous statements about this same issue, which I remembered from when she was in The Acolyte. Amanda Stenberg turned down a role in Black Panther because she has light skin. I feel like it would have been off. So in Black Panther, she didn't want to be an African because she didn't think she could represent Africans.
But now
this is her own.
Pick a lane.
This is her statement. Well, exactly. It's like now she sees the work. Here. One of the most challenging things for me to do was to walk away from Black Panther. I got really, really close and was like, do you want to continue fighting for this? And I didn't think it was right. The only thing that's happening here,
going to get the role.
But she's being hoisted by her own petard, essentially. And this is the audience that she's catered to, she's developed, she's got around her. And so I think it's perfectly just for the audience that she's created to go, you're not sticking to your own words. Before you thought this, now you don't.
She's just bored and doesn't have enough work, so she's like, well, now this is important to me.
Gotta go cry on the internet. Please feel sorry for me.
It was a luxury belief it was a luxury belief to turn down Black Panther, and she thought she could virtue signal over it. And now she's like, oh, actually, I need to take every role, and I'm desperate for an excuse.
And this is why you don't virtue signal, because now you're caught between your own words and your own values.
if you want to cater to a load of evil people as your own audience, then I have absolutely no sympathy for you when those same people come for you.
Yeah, let's finish this because she's already giving me a headache.
And I would never go after a role that I didn't feel like was right for me to chase, that I want to see all skin tone represented in media. I know that colorism is...
Except for white, probably.
Well, no, except Africans. She's taking one of their jobs. That is a horrible pause.
That freaked me out. That was like demonic.
It looked like she had two like eyelids. It was weird.
Yeah. Just relentlessly. I also just have to let go at the end of the day of people knowing what my intention is or who I am. But at the very least, I can speak to where this stems from and provide some clarification there. Really, it goes back to my work in The Hate You Give. I think most people online have seen an image of me next to this book cover. And they immediately assume she's trying to snatch up roles from places that she shouldn't. The process behind The Hate You Give was so interesting because Angie's manuscript was so good that before the book was even published, they started circulating the manuscripts around agencies. Studios started grabbing at the opportunity to adapt it, turn it into a movie. So after the studio started packaging it, they asked Angie Thomas, the novelist, I love you, Angie, who are you interested in for this role? And Angie said that she was interested in me. Now, mind you, this was at a point in time where I was a youth. I was active on the streets online. This is before y'all completely run me off of Twitter. I'm not calling it X, fuck that man. But I was posting fervently.
She took a stance there. I'm not calling it X. Nobody ran you off anything. How about if you just had a backbone? I thought you didn't like our discourse, but you can't, you can't defend yourself against it, apparently. That's so funny to me when celebrities, like, I get it, like, not like defending her, but it's got to be rough for some celebrities maybe, like, to be on the internet and just constantly, but that's why you don't always look, right? If you're constantly looking at all the hate, that's all it's going to get to you. But I mean, to leave, I feel like that's like kind of soft. And it's always people like her that do it. Because think about all the hate that like conservatives get. They literally get death threats all the time. Like Hollywood people in Hollywood that are conservative, but they're not running away and deleting their social media.
Yeah, but the problem that she's got is this isn't just random hate. It's not, I don't like this bit of your personal appearance, I disagree with you on this thing. They're complaining at her about her own opinions that she's not stuck to. They're attacking her for her inside her own worldview. And so that's why it gets through to her. Yeah, it is like if you go around and I think all dwarves should be cast by people who are genuinely dwarves in real life, and then you go and take a dwarven role. If all those dwarves that were your fans turn around and start attacking you, I think they're perfectly justified.
Do you think
so? She can't ignore it because this is her belief system.
Do you think if Lord of the Rings was made like in this climate that they would get so much hate for casting non-dwarves in the Hobbit roles?
No, because dwarves aren't just short people. They're not perfectly... It's a medical condition, and so they are out of proportion. Like, I don't think even dwarves should be dwarves, because there are two kind of dwarves. It just happens to be the same word. Like, you'd call her Randall black, but she's actually brown. Like, the language is very... It's not very exact, but we just have to all understand it. And dwarves are awfully like short, stout, muscular people, and that doesn't normally go very well with the medical condition of dwarfism. And it's the same with hobbits. Hobbits are just small people. But they're still in proportion and like look like normal people. So I think it works better that way.
Yeah. All right. I guess we're gonna finish this, huh?
As a teenager,
well, we don't have to.
Did we get to the point? Should I just exit out then? She gonna make any other point?
Well, her entire thing, she carries on going around colorism and stuff. It's
just the same.
Same things over and over and over.
Yeah.
C'est la vie. Bye, Amandla. Hopefully, we don't see you again.
Yeah.
But please release another music video.
Speaking of someone that we're never going to see
this
again,
time with less twerking.
It breaks.
I've never seen anyone able to wiggle their arse without it being sensual at all. It's weird.
Speaking of twerking, Disparu, thank you for that. That's even better.
What?
Oh, God. It's your favorite twerker.
So Marvel Studios wanted to use She-Hulk. This is going to break Disparu's heart all over again. Yeah, this could be a rumor, by the way. In a big way for Avengers Secret Wars. The problem is that Tatiana has no interest in working for Disney. If they're unable to convince her to return, the options are remove the character altogether or recast the role. If this is true, I feel like they should just recast it because it's been done with the Hulk before. So, I mean, with the Hulk. So why not do it with She-Hulk? Just make it a trend.
The reason why I believe it is because Tatiana Maslany has now twice come out and attacked Disney
Bob
Iger and
They
she's
don't
used imagery of She-Hulk in her critiques of Disney. It's like, that is not somebody that wants to keep their job. That is, if you are not coming back to work for him with that. And it's like, I have done my best to get a She-Hulk season 2, and she's just not cooperating.
This Drew can't stand
My
her
girl.
now. This Drew's girl. So I think, I mean, because She-Hulk didn't go over very well, I'm not sure that they wanted her, that they would really want to use her in a big way for Avengers Secret Wars. But if they did just want to put her in the movie, they could just recast. Like, it's really not that big of a deal, I don't think, because nobody was, except for Disparu, present company excluded, nobody went wild over the show.
Well, and she might have signed her rights away in terms of her face. A lot of companies nowadays will ask you to sign a contract signing your face away. So they could just computer graphics her face onto another actor.
That's true.
But Disney, for a long time, they kept... so they have like a poster they update periodically with all the main people that they plan to use. And they removed someone and put She-Hulk in there. It did seem like they were going to keep using her longer than season 1. Because this was way after season 1 failed. And she stayed on there for a while until Maslany started to attack Bob Iger personally, and then Disney afterwards.
And then he got upset.
I think there probably was plans at some point to continue it, and I would not be surprised if she's the one that messed up.
They probably were. I mean, because look at Daredevil. The only episode that I think us three liked was the bank one, and because that was just more centered around Matt. And it's not that
apparently
it was
that's
good,
really
it was
controversial.
Just,
Everyone
I know.
else I've spoken to hates it.
I think the way actually you liked it too, right? Or is it just me and Disparu that liked that one?
It wasn't my favorite episode because I actually my favorite one was one with Punisher in it.
Yeah.
But that also was just a section of an episode. It wasn't the full episode. I don't think the bank one was fine. What took away from it was stupid the dad.
Yeah, that was annoying. I just I don't know if that was my favorite. It's kind of hard to pick a favorite when it overall was like nowhere near the levels of what the old Daredevil was, and I can't help but compare it to that because we had something so good at one point.
I thought all the other episodes were crap. That's why.
But I did like the Daredevil one. But my thing is the reason why I liked the bank one was because it was just so Charlie Cox centered, and I don't care about the other characters. Like I cared about the trio in the original series, but now they're trying to just like put that detective and whoever else. I can't even remember right now who the guy was. Are they both detectives? I think.
No, that chick
she's a lawyer and he's a detective, right? Yeah, so they're trying to like just kind of push them down our throats. It's like, no, we want the trio. Yeah. We want Foggy. We want Karen. What the heck, man?
And it was the only episode that felt like an episode of television. It had its self-contained story. It was started at the start, was wrapped up by the end. It was done. All the rest felt like a movie that's been dragged out over too many episodes, which is what a lot of the Marvel stuff feels like now. But it did come out afterwards that was, I think, the only episode of the show that was like largely untouched, that was already created from the thing before it got restarted. So
yes,
that's why it felt entirely different to the rest of the series.
Yeah, I agree with that. All right, let me catch up on Supers Down Under Daz for Australian 5. Hi all, welcome back, Extra Girl. Have any of you watched Last Samurai Standing? Thoughts? I have it written down. It's part of the homework that Kara gave me. So I plan on it. It seems interesting. I will start it soon. I've just been busy watching things that came out, like the Stranger Things and all that.
I'm up to midway through episode 3.
You like it?
I'd watched one ages ago. Yeah, I'd watched one ages ago, and then got distracted watching Nero the Assassin, which so far I like more. I think that's a great series. It's like old 90s swords and sorcery budget fantasy. But it's just like a TV program out of time. So that's what I'm watching now. So I'll get through it by next episode of this. But yeah, so far it's good. Finally, the main guy's got his sword out of his sheath. Took him a long time. That first episode, like, why? It's a life and death scenario. Just get over yourself, mate.
Jason, thank you for the Australian 5. I have been to London, Paris, Brussels, Bruges, Hawaii, and Seoul. Tokyo is next year.
Oh, that's fun.
Nice. That does sound fun. I haven't really traveled out of the country, just to Canada. That's it.
Especially when it started as, I've been to London and Paris. It's like, oh, sorry.
Sorry to hear that.
Sorry.
It depends when if you went in the 90s, fair enough.
Yeah. The Urinal Man for 5. The restrooms are awful in New York City. Trust me, I know. Believe you. When I went, I didn't use public restrooms. I held it.
I don't
when I was
like
out.
public restrooms in general.
I don't either. If I can hold it, I will. Ian, thank you for that 50 pounds. I worked in a music store thinking it would be like Empire Records. It was the second worst job I ever had. The first was a kilt shop. Ian, did you really work at
Were you a model?
No, he had to.
Pictures where it didn't happen.
He had to hem the kilts. Okay.
It was so weird. They made me stand on a plinth and there was a fan underneath me. It was the most bizarre job I've ever had.
But I felt very cool.
Yes. Apparently, I was the model for traditional Scotsman. I don't know what they meant.
He was a Marilyn Monroe. Oh my God.
Sorry, Ian, but you know he already knows what to expect. W for 5, especially with this brew. Wicked Virtue in the cleaner. She can't reach the cereal, but she put you in a box. From the producers of Charlie's Angels. I'm in. Sign me up. Actually, I can be my Bosley. Market Reality
what happened to that movie? There was a Brad Pitt, George Clooney movie, and they were cleaners. And I remember I saw a trailer for it at the cinema. And then I wanted to go and see it because the trailer looked good. And then I don't think it... Did it ever come out? I never even heard anyone talk about it.
No.
Look it up. Mark, thank you for the 2. Amandla Stenberg is such a victim god. Oh, by the way, Mark, I remembered where I saw the Firefly Spike thing from Buffy. James Marsters said it in an interview that he was going to do just a little cameo on Firefly, like at a bar meeting with Mal, but it never happened. But I remembered. There you go. I remember you asking me that.
Amanda's issue is she's using victimhood to gain like status in a job in a time where she doesn't realize it doesn't work. She's so young at this point. She's 27. Get the memo. Her entire life, victimhood culture and just being a woman in black has got her all her jobs. And now that's gone away and she shouldn't. But this is the way the world always worked. Yeah. Like she got out to develop some talents. Apparently this movie was released in a limited number of US theaters and went on Apple TV. And so that's why I've never heard about it. And it's just like a black hole of content, all of Apple TV.
SCD for 5. Sorry, I've been gone a while, so it's no longer weekly, but how's Free Run Disparu? The slow burn is great. Soundtrack and scenery are amazing. I'm watching it too.
I think I got halfway through.
Yeah, I'm about halfway through. I like it a lot. You'll like it, actually, if you haven't seen it. Kara really likes it too. She got very excited when I said I was watching it.
I liked what I saw, but it was largely like... I wanted the demon bit. And it doesn't start with the demon bit. It starts with, like, friendship and stuff. And I think I got distracted by something else.
Yeah, this show apparently makes lefties mad because she's, like, anti-letting demons in. And as Disparu always says, the lefties, they identify with demons. So they're offended by that.
They can't understand anything just being innately evil.
Yeah.
It's beyond them. Because they can only see the world from their perspective and they don't see themselves as evil, so they can't perceive somebody else being evil.
The movie Disparu was talking about is wolves. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Wolves are Apple TV is...
oh, you did just say it. Sorry. I was like reading stuff while you were talking, so it like went in and out.
Yeah, the trailer looked good. I wanted to see it, and apparently, I don't know whether Apple TV pulled it, because they were showing it in theaters over here, and then apparently it's got a US-only release, so I wonder if Apple pulled the launch for it.
Maybe.
But yeah, they have a problem with everything, with bugs and everything else. If you say something's genetically evil, they can't comprehend it. I don't think they really understand genetics or innate stuff at all. Their idea is you're just a blank slate and you can be born to be anything and just taught. Such a weird view.
The Urinal Man for 5, and he wrote Amandla, the way I said it. Stenberg is gorgeous. I still would, just don't let her speak. Brie Larson is gorgeous. I still would too, just keep them feet covered. Goodness.
I mean, Amandla is like...
I don't think she's ugly.
Her face, like she is pretty.
If she doesn't talk, she's pretty.
It happens to a lot of women.
Her issue is being in that culture. One of the things that they do is make themselves intentionally ugly, and she does that. She shaves her head and stuff. So yeah, she could be attractive, but she would again have to go into like the traditional element of femininity to be attractive, which she doesn't want to do. So,
and just a reminder. The Jabroni Big Time still likes boobies. Thank you for the
still
tip.
Does.
He still does.
Constant.
Good
This
for
is
you.
like men think about boobs every 10 seconds or something. He's like, I'm gonna tell him every time.
His
Oh, it's
avatar
happened
is
again.
his avatar is Baby Disparu, Baby Roo.
Is that baby Disprue for realsies?
No, it's a baby with a whiskey though. That's why I said.
Oh, that would be Disprue though.
He's Scottish.
Well,
Is that Ian?
Ian, is that
Was
your
this
baby
Ian when he was
picture?
working at the kilt shop, needed a little extra whiskey to forget what he saw?
That's how he got
Oh
fired.
no.
Drinking whiskey on the job.
So, let's get the.
I
like,
always like those kilt shops though. Like an American will come in and like, oh look, we've got your tartan, and then like a Japanese person, look, we've got your tartan, the traditional Japanese tartan, and they were like, oh, there we go.
Oh my god. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, those famous Japanese roots in Scotland.
All right. So Kim Kardashian reacts to doctor saying she has low brain
Oh
activity.
god.
I love how in the group chat, Disparu was like, I was looking for that video.
This is so amazing. We start with the title first because I think the title.
The title. Oh, do you want to share it? I know you sent it, but if you want to. I have it, but if you have it faster than me.
Well, it's in my Twitter feed.
I got it then. I got it. Don't worry. It's right here. The Entertainment Weekly one. I got it.
If it's the stunned one, yeah.
Yeah,
the Entertainment Weekly one. After undergoing a brain scan. So just the tweet, and then we'll play the video.
Okay. After undergoing a brain scan, Kim Kardashian is stunned to learn that there are holes showing low activity in her frontal lobe that just can't be.
I retweeted this with just that I'm less stunned. After watching All's Fair, this is exactly what I would expect. If you were like, Kim Kardashian's missing parts of her brain, I'd be like, actually, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
That it all makes sense.
Now, the thing is, I was actually stunned when I watched the video and you see her brain scans. Because you can see there are massive holes. Her brain activity, there are huge chunks missing out of her brain that just aren't doing anything.
I didn't actually watch the video yet. I
Must
thought
be
you
the
guys would get my
silicone.
real reaction.
It's amazing.
All right, must be the silicone.
Oh god.
It was better than I could have
What are
hoped.
those holes?
Yeah, I don't like that. So what the holes mean is low activity compared to this one.
Wow. Wait,
No.
is that it right there, the holes, or no?
Yeah, but
Hold
it's
on.
incredibly
front part of
blurry.
your brain
The
is.
video.
Is less
Once it's put over this, I can't see the holes. Giggity.
activated than it should be. With your frontal lobes,
I'll go
as
back.
they
It might take a
work
second to clear
now,
up.
It would be harder to manage stress. And that's not good for you, especially as you're studying and you're getting ready to take the boards.
That just can't be.
The-
It just can't.
If you look at just
Not
her face
accepting.
and her reaction,
For-
it makes so much sense. It's like there's not much activity. Huh?
It is like
Yeah,
it's
and-
sad, but I
Headlights?
wonder if she did something to herself like over the years, or if she just was born that way. I don't know.
She has so much silicon inside her. Like it's like
Yeah.
at this
Not
point, she
accepting.
might as well be
For
she might
whatever.
be the first Terminator.
Okay.
You know in
Or her mom,
Terminator,
who
is
has
it
very
Terminator 1
plastic.
where it's like the first models were really easy to tell. They had fake skin. It's like that is essentially what she is right now. But if you, because he said the lobes, if you share what I'm sharing, it's what the frontal lobe is responsible for. And it manages thinking, you know, I imagine that's pretty important for a person in their life, emotions, personality, which explains why she doesn't have one, judgment, self-control, like, I don't know, filling yourself full of foreign objects, muscle control, movements, memory storage, and more. It does so much, they just went, and a load of other stuff we can't be bothered to list.
It loaded better, so I'll pull it up so you guys can see the actual holes. It's not blurry anymore, but
Yeah, it's
it's just X
specifically
does that.
when it goes onto the table view,
Right
if
there.
you can see, yes, that's the one.
If that's for real, because it could be staged. Sean just said it in the chat, like maybe like it was staged just to show, oh, she
Who
didn't
would
pass
say
because
this?
of this.
No, if this happened to me,
This
I
is-
would take this to my grave.
This is bad
My very
marketing.
cheap
for
coffin,
yeah.
which could have like a
Kardashians.
sunken shape over the skull for the,
I mean,
the
that's
tiny
a fair
brain.
point, but it is the Kardashians, and they put everything. Like they've gotten
Look at that.
married just for the sake of having a episode
So-
of them getting married. Like
If we think of it as like northeast, south, and west, the north one, you can actually see all around the outside is basically nothing. Now, I don't know whether that is.
still true.
I don't know whether that's skull or brain, but if it is brain, she basically has like the ancient, like middle part of our evolutionary and doesn't have any of the higher evolved thinking. Like all the
That's
outside of your brain is the
nuts.
more evolved thing, not the core. And then if you look at the east one, even on the sides, there's just huge gaps out on the outside. And in the middle, going all the way through, is a hole that you can see on every other picture. It's just like she's got an apple corer and someone's gone through her. It's like, no, you don't need any of this.
Yeah. I
Well-
think all the Botox and plastic and whatever the heck else she's injected herself with is finally catching up.
Botulism might have side effects.
I was gonna say, this gives me hope. I don't need to be a smart person to be rich, is what I'm
This
hearing.
gives me hope.
Or attractive. She
Well-
looks like a dude.
She actually used to be pretty. She had like her features and everything were pretty before she started getting work done.
Happens to
That
everybody.
happens to a lot of women, yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand that. But it's
She needs to stop sticking those fish juices in her face.
what's really funny?
The
These
salmon
people like
sperm facials or whatever those things are. Yeah.
so
No, they talk
these-
about them in All's Fair.
Oh gosh.
Oh my
These-
God.
It's
these
actually
people
mentioned.
like they are all about like putting healthy stuff into their body, right? Like clean eating and everything. But then, like you said, they put foreign objects in them, like
Yeah.
for plastic and stuff. It's like, maybe it's okay to have the cheeseburger from McDonald's. Probably less harmful for you than what you're injecting in your lips
And
whatever
less
else.
expensive,
Yes, way less expensive. Oh my gosh, that's nuts. So like, in a way, it's like I do like you feel that someone has that, like that's crazy, but at the same time, like I do think that she did it to herself with all the surgeries. Like,
She could also have just been born stupid. And you also have the point.
she could have. I mean, yeah.
In All's Fair, the best point they've made so far is this ugly woman has gone. The best gift I was given was to be born ugly because it made me develop my inner. I don't forget the exact word she uses, but my inner talents. So basically, if you're attractive, you can get away with a load of things. Everyone thinks you're more competent, and you can kind of coast on that and get lazy. But because if you're ugly, you needed a reason to be in the room. She had to be talented, and that made her improve and work on herself and develop a personality. And I think there is something to that. And so it might be that she's just never needed to exercise any of this part of her brain. She just coasted through life as a model. Everything's been given to her.
Yeah, she
And
was.
she
She
just
grew
won
up
everything.
rich because
Well,
her dad was a rich lawyer. Like I told you.
Well,
I
and
did
her
that.
mom is a marketing genius. Like
Yeah.
her mom situated everything, I think, in terms of the whole entire family to bring
Oh,
them to where
yeah.
they are.
Absolutely, because I
Yeah,
mean, like I
so-
said, her dad Rob Kardashian rich, and then her mom married Bruce Jenner at the time rich. So she never lived a not like comfortable lifestyle. And then
Best friend Paris Hilton.
Yeah, then
right?
she was like her personal like not stylist. Was she? She did something with Paris. Like
She was her assistant, I think.
It was
Did she spend a
assistant.
night in Paris?
well, she got the idea from her, and that's what made all the Kardashians famous.
She tried to be Paris
Yeah.
and exceeded.
But it is a case that your brain's like a muscle. Use it or lose it. And so if you were rich and you just coasted through, I could understand to see like parts of her brain just dying
That's a
essentially because
very
they never
fair
needed to be
point.
used.
Yeah, it's a very fair point. Because I mean, look at she was like trying to use Chat GPT to pass the bar exam. So think
And
about
she
like
blamed
going,
psychics. It's my
and think
favorite
about
part
her
of that
going
story.
through life. Like, do you think her mom like didn't pay for them with some schooling? You know what I mean? Like to get them through if they went to like some preparatory schools. You know what I mean? If they sent them to those schools, kind of like that big college scandal that happened with my gosh, what's her name from Full House? There was a couple actresses that got in trouble for paying for their kids. Do you remember that big thing?
I don't, but it happens all the time. If you donate
yeah.
to Harvard, your kid gets in. It's well known.
Yeah.
This is one of the reasons why they have like, well, we call them alumni. I don't know. You call
Yeah,
them
Lori
something else.
Laughlin. Thank you.
One of the reasons is because that way, if your university is successful people have money, so you let their kids in, they donate to the university, and so you constantly are raising rich people to give you more and more money. That's how Harvard and stuff do it.
Yeah, you wanted a like random Harvard fact. I've only been to Boston once. And when I went past Harvard, there was like poop in front of it, like in a bag and like a shirt. And I was like, wow, there's a lot of homeless people in Boston. But I was like, right in front of Harvard, though? Like, can someone come clean this up? It was gross.
That's
You wanted to feel
gross.
what it would be like to be like a lord. It's like, this is the closest I'll get to civilization.
Ew. Ew.
What?
Boston's so pretty though.
It is like the architecture and everything gorgeous, but be careful if you walk by Harvard because there might be poop. So just careful. It's not funny. It's awful because that's one of the most like prestigious colleges in the country, and me and my friends were just like, "Ew, is that poop?" Like it was gross.
To be fair, if they were that smart, they wouldn't have set it in Boston, would they? They would have built it somewhere nice.
Boston Boston is nice, but there's a lot of states that are very nice, but they're blue states, unfortunately. That ruins it. Like think of California. New York is beautiful.
That's a
New York
contradiction in
State.
terms then.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, they're nice, but actually...
I think California, for example, is probably one of the most scenic states. Like you've got some really nice views with the ocean and the mountains.
Of crack addicts.
And well, I'm just saying outside of LA, but it's unfortunate that it's governed by crappy politicians because it is pretty.
I mean, if you want to say that the landscape's nice and the people ruin it, it's like, yeah, but the people are there.
It's the same thing with Egypt, okay?
Is that nice though? Isn't that just sand? I can't. My image of Egypt is just like sand dunes. I can't even imagine actual place.
The
sand dunes and pyramids. That's all that's there.
It's like whenever I see Mexico in a movie, it's just sand. That's all it is.
The ocean's nice too. The sunset in Egypt was actually one of the prettiest I've ever seen.
I bet.
Yeah.
Same sun.
I know, but it looks different in the smog, okay?
I don't even understand that. I was genuinely confused.
Coming from the guy who doesn't like seasoning.
It's the same sun in different biomes.
Just Peru.
It looks different from this angle. It's like, wait.
Well, I think it depends on like the horizon because the sun setting on an ocean is really gorgeous and just not something I see quite often. The California sunsets are really nice. But yeah.
I bet. Never been.
Just because everyone's high.
Maybe. What was it?
It's just the constant stink everywhere. It's just passively breathing it in across the place. Maybe that's why they're always so, like, accepting of everything.
Speaking of high, I didn't realize this until I actually clicked on made the picture bigger, but Martha Stewart looks like pretty ripped in these pictures, like she's stoned. So Martha Stewart is the new face of American Eagle following Sydney Sweeney controversy. She looks like she's a little stony baloney there. I mean, she's like besties with Snoop Dogg, right? So it makes sense.
Maybe.
I think they were just like, let's slum it for a bit. I do like how they covered her up. They're like, nobody wants to see those, darling. Put them away.
Why?
It seems really random to have her, but like whatever. They gotta get the old demographic too, right? It's like, okay, we got the youngins, now we need to get the moms and the grandmas and the great.
This is not making me want to buy it though.
They should have had to go. Look, I like Sydney Sweeney, but I've got superior genes. That's what they should have said.
That would have been hilarious.
They should have doubled down.
That would have been hilarious.
Gone for it.
Yeah. So I think that Sydney's still like a affiliated with them, but they just, they release new stuff every few months probably. With,
this isn't a knock on Sydney or anything. They're not going back on anything. It's just the next person. It's just so far away from the previous person. It's like, what, are you going for a different demographic now? Do you think that Martha Stewart is like the Sydney Sweeney of OAPs? It's like, you've got all the 70-year-old men with their walkers.
I think that's a Gene Turkey. That is kind of funny.
I didn't even notice that at first.
My brain just went, that's part of her arm. It just kind of accepted it without.
That's so weird. I think if they wanted the demographic, like the moms, like to grandma Salma Hayek,
that's
maybe?
A Gene toaster and blender, and those are blue chilies.
So weird. So weird.
Or green beans, whatever they are.
I think those are. I can't tell.
I don't know.
It looks like blue
sausages.
Green beans.
Some really strange sausages.
Like I just decided to look it up, and there's so many stories. Like she replaced Sydney Sweeney. She didn't replace her. They're just doing another ad. Calm down.
Yeah, they have many models. Okay, it doesn't have to be a replacement.
Oh yeah, if you go on their YouTube thing, they've been doing like Sydney Sweeney type adverts for ages with loads of different people.
It's just gins, Shane.
It is just very it's an entirely different demographic, and it's like, are there actually that many people Martha Stewart's age just wearing denim all the time? I don't think there are. I think denim has a certain age demo.
But they're trying to make it happen. They're like, you know what? We got the young girls. Now we need to get their moms. So,
I don't think this is gonna make me
grandmas.
want to go buy jeans whatsoever.
No, I mean, whatever, good for her to payday, right? I liked American Eagle before Sydney Sweeney, but I'm glad that it got like a boost because of her. Like that, I mean, her, what was it, the butterfly jeans? I even thought about buying them, but I'm like, I don't think I'll actually wear them. I don't know if you've seen them, X-Ray. There's like a butterfly like embroidered on them, and they were giving money to like charity of whoever bought those ones. They were like her specific ones. She had more than one, I
Were
think.
they
That
in
was
the
like,
ad?
I don't think so. Hold on, let me look it
I was
up.
going to say, I can't remember seeing a butterfly.
Did you find
at
it?
the well.
No, go ahead.
Just
Go ahead.
showing the American Eagle
Gaslight
YouTube page.
gatekeep gift jeans. What? What is
Look
that?
at the difference between Sydney Sweeney's 10 million views to Martha Stewart's.
Yeah, but what?
Dang.
What the other one before it got 220 with Gaslight and Gatekeep.
Is this the one you want to watch?
Yeah, it's just really straight. Like, what Gene advert could be telling you to gaslight people?
Let's see.
Two. Yeah, that's up.
Yo, where'd you get those jeans from?
I got no clue, bro. Yeah, honestly, we forgot the name.
What about that tag? What's that tag say?
What's that?
What? He's not even wearing them.
I know, I thought the
gate-
silo was out. The booty hanging out.
I'm so confused.
They're literally gaslighting each other.
How'd you go from Sydney Sweeney to that mess?
I don't know. Do you want to watch Martha Stewart?
Mr. Drew's pause.
This holiday season,
The advert
we're
will
settling
probably
for
get
nothing
music.
less than a perfect fit. There, seamless. This gift is giving. Giving generously during the holiday season is one of my greatest joys.
You know what? Because of the holidays, it makes sense with the Martha Stewart thing.
It does. And
homemaking.
I'm not
Did
skipping
you-
supers, but this fits. Michael says, my mom is 80 and wears jeans on a regular basis. All right. So there is a market for the Martha jeans.
Just like my 80-year-old mum has a pert arse, is what essentially that message was. Hey,
And here, these jeans were in the ad. It's the butterfly on the butt.
No, yeah, but do you notice the difference between the ads? Because in the
Yeah.
it wasn't even about Martha. That could have been any person. I could have done that advert. That was about the jeans. Whereas with Sydney, it's like, no, this is my arse. Like,
Marketing. Wow. Still
Jabroni. Well, I mean, he has told us that he likes boobies, so
Martha does have boobies.
she is
probably
a
could
woman.
make you a nice pie.
Probably.
you'd probably want to. Never mind.
He's like, I'm gonna hold that thought.
Yeah.
Let me get a couple supers and then we'll move forward. SCD,
He's
thank
fond
you
of
for the
making his
two.
own.
My apologies, Wicked. I was unaware how is Friedrin. I'm loving it so far. I have to finish it. I'm probably about halfway through as well. I just got, caught up, catching up on other things, but I'm gonna finish it. I like it a lot.
I need to watch The Last Samurai Standing first.
Vegas Matt for 2. Did Wicked watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy? Well, I've already seen the first one. And I rewatched it the other day, and I'm gonna be doing. Actually, help me with this today. I'm gonna be doing the second and third one. I'll watch on YouTube, so look out for that. I'm gonna do like a reaction live while I watch it.
With the
We get
timer
an
in the corner.
extended
kind of thing.
version?
Yeah, probably. I think it's whatever's on HBO because they're all on HBO. And as long as I can, I can watch it because I'm not going to be sharing the screen because I can't do that. So I think so because the extended version was for the first one was on HBO. So I'm guessing they're all extended.
Yeah, they're
But
not hard to
it's-
find.
No, but yeah,
You should get
funny
the
s-
Blu-ray.
I think I actually do have the Blu-rays, but like if I'm doing it on a computer, I gotta have it. There's no.
Yeah, it's so much easier
Yeah.
to stream it.
I do. Wiley sent me the Blu-rays.
Ooh, the
and
4K
funny-
Blu-ray.
I think either that or I don't know. I'd have to look again because Wiley has sent me a lot of movies, so I'd have to go back and look. But funny story with Lord of the Rings. That was the first movie that I saw in theaters that I had to like actually get up and use the restroom break. And I learned like when a movie's over 2 hours, don't get a large soda. I was really young though. My uncle took all like me and my cousins, and uncle's got to spoil you. It's just like, what candy you want? And you get the big soda, and we were all happy. And then I was like halfway through, I'm like, I gotta go.
How long was it in the cinemas originally?
It's like 2.5, 3 hours, wasn't it?
I think probably 2.5. It was the Blu-ray.
Because,
Thank you, Wiley.
Like, at the time, the theatrical edition was 3 hours. They were all about 3 hours. The last one was 3 hours 20.
Okay.
At the time, they were exceptionally long movies because everything was 90 minutes. But now, if you say a movie's 2.5 hours, that's kind of what most of them. It's the length creep in movies, especially at a time with like, we need to get our budgets under control. It's like, well, you could actually make half the movie you're doing. That'll cut it a lot.
Yeah. We need length creep in different ways, okay? Not in movies.
You need to be worried more about the depth. Some people would call it girth. I'd say depth is the better term in this. But not the length. 90 minutes is long enough. After that, it starts to get sore. You start to go numb at the end afterwards.
Sore, right?
Yeah. It starts to go numb. It's not comfortable for any longer than 90 minutes.
Might need an intermission.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get Ian started on that. Ian thinks there should be 12-hour intermissions, and I'm like, that would be great. Actually, I'm like, that'd be great for X-ray. She always falls asleep.
That's
so
just
get a little
going
nap
home.
in between. That's what he meant. He said they were too long. Oh my god!
The Harry Potter movies were the ones that started to get a little ridiculous.
That's another one that I've seen most of the first one. I just never really got into Harry Potter. It wasn't that I didn't want to watch Lord of the Rings. I just never got around to watching 2 and 3. But maybe I'll do Harry Potter at some point as well. The Jabroni Big Time for 5. The left doesn't understand ontological evil because their morality is based entirely on their own preferences.
Own selfish preferences.
Yeah, that's very true.
But also, like, once you start identifying and making all villains good, you're like, well, it's because you agree with them, essentially, and you don't see yourself as evil, so you have to pervert everything else. They have a trouble with everything being innate. So intelligence is largely genetic, and you say that to them, it's like heresy, even though it's just a biological fact. It's well proven. It's not even controversial in the least. They'll be, oh, you can't say that. They just have a problem with reality and facts, basically. It's a bit like when the BBC said we make shows how history how it would be if it was better. They think if we can just all agree that this lie is true, then it'll spring into reality. It's bizarre.
It is. Andrew,
it's delusional.
Absolutely, but they don't think it.
Well, yeah, but that's why they attack you, because if you disagree with them, they see you as standing in the way of their utopia, which is why it's like anything against you is justified because you're the one standing in the way of perfection.
Which, ironically, their utopia, if everything went their way, it would be a very unsafe, scary world. So what kind of utopia is that?
My utopia would be all of them on an island somewhere away from me.
Oh yeah, I can absolutely agree with that one. Andrew, thank you for the 2 pounds. I think Kim's Botox needles went in far too deep. Yeah.
For some reason, these needles are on sock. It's very strange.
Russell Hall for 5. Having seen every
wow,
Kardashian has, I can confirm that they are large and
vacuous.
She gives cavernous energy.
The urinal man for 5. Kim Kardashian is still gorgeous. I still would. She doesn't need to think.
No, but she will talk.
Honest.
She'll talk. That's the problem. I have no problem with her thinking. It's when she talks.
Jason, thank you for the Australian 5. Kim Kardashian is a living Barbie doll. The Mattel logo should be placed somewhere on her body.
I think she might be the only person to have been embalmed, like, alive. I'm not sure if she is like 90% plastic anymore. She, like, just
all plastic.
Her mom is probably even more so because
if she gave birth to a Barbie doll, I would class that as like reproduction.
It makes sense.
Austin
Arm 499. This does explain Kylie's.
Maybe this is how Chucky was created.
Oh yeah, do you guys remember that?
No.
So there was what was it? A pig? I remember seeing the clip because I didn't watch the Kardashian show. I tried like a long time ago when it was like first started, and I was like, I got 5 minutes in, and I was like, I just can't, I could not do it. But I think there was an episode where Chris is bringing her a pig, and she's like, "Is that a chicken?" Kylie.
Oh no, we had a moment like that on
Oh, is that what it was? Oh.
We had a moment like that on Our Apprentice. So it was like a load of Londoners, business people, never been out into a field in their entire life, went to a farm, and they looked at cows, and one of them, is that a sheep?
No, shush up. You learn in like first grade what these animals look like. Come on.
She's like, I've never seen a sheep. It's like, well, you've lived in a city your entire life.
Yeah. As a city girl, it's really sad that people can't identify these animals at the very least. But then again, you know those like on the street interviews when people are like, name 3 states, and then they can't.
My favorite version of that, I think it's a while ago now. But this guy walked up to somebody, full journalist gear, and he's like, would you ever, and I'm being absolutely serious here, you've got to tell the truth, would you ever vote for an openly, so he's told everyone, an openly heterosexual president? And they went, no, I would never, not if he was open about it. I couldn't.
I could not.
He asked everybody repeatedly, and it was because he made it sound so weird. An openly heterosexual president. He's open about it. He's told everybody. People don't really listen to what you say. They will interpret what they think you say and respond to themselves a lot of the time. I think that's a lot what Twitter is. You'll make a tweet, and underneath, half the replies aren't even about what you've said.
Yeah. People are just so dumb.
This is why I was on about New York. Like Ryan Long said, when he does those street interviews, he's not picking the best ones. They're just like people he's found out immediately. He says nearly everybody's like that.
Yeah, it's true. Ian, you're the 50 pounds. I was walking through Boston Common and a tramp threw up next to me. Then a junkie flopped down and got the tremors. The weather was lovely.
I mean, you could have just stayed in Scotland for that. That must have made you feel right at home.
Oh no. So I believe it too. Like I believe it. I don't think he's even stretching at all there. That's I'm sure that happened. Russell Hall for 2, length creep at movies is my middle name.
Russell length creep at movies.
Exclusively watches Sydney Sweeney movies.
Got it.
Well, we know he's going to be going to see the Housemaid.
The Housemaid.
Yeah. John Orchard, thank you for the 10. People also thought more information and communication was the answer. How is that working for us? Haha. Yeah.
I, like a lot of things, I actually think the problem with more information is the top-down control of it and limiting what can actually be said. I think if it was just free to... When the internet was a Wild West and you could say anything, I think it was a much better place.
MySpace days.
Yeah, the problem is now when it's censored, you can't say this, you can't say this, you can't say this, or this is an algorithm, we're putting our finger on the scale here, you should see this, you're not allowed to say this. The problem comes when you're not allowed to go, you're a lunatic! Like, yeah. I don't even know what you think you're doing, you shouldn't be allowed on the internet. It's when you can't respond to the things, it makes all the nutters come to the forefront. Like, Amanda Stenberg shouldn't be in Hollywood. She's a complete lunatic, and that ideology should never been allowed to take place over there and seize control, but it could because of top-down control.
Well, and the fact that it's actually creeped into like corporate world / anywhere where you work, where you say something that's like a fact, and then you get fired for it because that's deemed as racist or
like if you accidentally misgender somebody, like a yeah, that's ridiculous because some people don't even do it to be like hateful. Think of like some old man that sees a guy, like a girl that looks like very masculine, but like you can still tell it's a girl, and he calls her a girl and then gets fired for it. Like, come on.
Well, the worst is on voice calls, because if you sound like a bloke, people are just going to use that immediately because they're only listening to you. They're not even seeing you. No, there was a Google engineer. So Google had a backspace chat that was designed to be like, anything goes in here. We just want to tell everybody be honest. This is where we come up with the best ideas, and it doesn't matter how controversial it is because it might be right. And so this guy wrote and it was extremely restrained, letter when they were talking about DEI and the amount of women that were in Google. And he basically went, but women don't like coding. There's not that many women coders. And so you're not going to have an equal number of women coders in Google because women don't like being coders. And he got fired. like, it's just a fact.
Yeah,
Everybody
that's
knows.
ridiculous.
If there's a movie about hackers, it's got to be blokes. This is just what it is. And so you got fired for telling the truth because it's not the truth they wanted it to be. Whole period of history.
Yeah, if you don't say what they want, then you're hateful. Just putting it lightly. Jabroni, thank you for the 2. Bruce Gender. Yeah, perfect for what we were just talking about. All right, so I think before we go off in any more tangents, let's talk about Stranger Things season 5 real quick.
Oh gosh.
So overall, like I actually am liking the season so far. Can't really give it a full rating until we get the next 2 releases and we see how they wrap it up. Because was it season 3 or 2? I can't even remember at this point. But there was the filler season that was
so awesome.
It was 3.
2 and 3 are the
one under the mall with the Russians was some of the
that
worst
one was awful.
ever.
That was 3. That was my least favorite season. Now 4, like parts of it were kind of like a little slow, but I liked the Vecna storyline.
It was a build up though to Vecna.
Yeah. So I like the Vecna storyline. And real quick segue, Vecna is coming to Dead by Daylight, which I think is about time. And I hope that they're doing a map for him as well, because they did a map when Stranger Things originally released on Dead by Daylight, which I haven't been playing that much, but when it comes out in, I think, January, I'll definitely get that DLC and check it out. But they have the Hawkins laboratory there, which is really cool. And the Demogorgon is the the killer they have now. But Vecna, they are really gonna mess up if they don't do a map for Vecna, like his lair. Like how cool would that look? Like the red.
I think they will, just because how big Stranger Things is.
Yeah, and because like this is the end of it too. Yeah, and it's going to be in January, I believe, that it's releasing. After we talk about it, I'll show the little trailer for you guys.
Everything is done by
January, right?
End of the year, because it's
it's December?
Christmas and New Year's.
Oh, okay. Well, I think January is when the DLC is releasing, but it might be the end of December. I'll check that out after we talk about it. I'll throw that up at the end. But yeah, so far I'm liking it. I think spoilers ahead, guys. Just a quick warning right now. For the next like 10 minutes or so, we will be talking spoilers for Stranger Things season 5. You've been warned. I like what they're doing with Will, because it's like they made him so kind of, I mean, obviously he went through something so traumatic.
Do you want to do what we each think of it first before we get into the details of
So
what's in it?
you're right. So I get excited and go,
me. So
I do.
The only reason I said that is because I thought it worked well on FNT when we did it. So
yeah, no, go for it. So yeah, overall, I'm liking season 5. That's my take on it. Hi, Mike.
My quick review is the first 3 episodes were
Sydney
kind of
Sweeney's
like
show.
build up. Did I like or hate it? It was meh for me. And then finally, when you have the 4th episode, where I think the build up had a little bit of a payoff, plus action and whatnot, then it got exciting, and I want to see what happens thereafter, because there was a lot of moments that pulled me out of the show in the first 3 episodes, and then to get to where we are now, it's like, okay, maybe it was worth seeing all that, maybe, but we'll see what ends up happening with the other episode releases.
Disprove?
So, I really like season 1. 2 just seemed to be a repeat of season 1, so I didn't like as much. Hated 3. First part of 4, despised. Thought it was absolutely crap. But then really liked the second half they released, which I thought saved the series. With this is one of my favorite ones. And that's kind of my issue with it, is the sections of it that I really like, and the section of it I hate, I really can't stand, and they are ruining and dragging down the good bits, and it seems like it's done that way deliberately to me. It's like if you want this good stuff, we're gonna make you sit through this scene about how being gay is a superpower. And you have to sit through that to see the rest of it. And it does feel like a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. It's like, we're going to force you to get... And the Hawk girl said this. It's like, your uncle, he can't avoid this show like he can with other stuff, because it's filtered in through. And that's my... I would have liked them to have killed half the cast by now, because it's like they've paired up the really strong characters that you like with horrible characters. Deliberately, and they're getting led around by the horrible characters that I don't like, and that's ruining
I don't.
Every time they're talking, like, oh god, really?
Robin. I don't like Robin. I think she's too. I'm not a fan of her.
Rockin' Robin.
Rockin' Robin.
Robin and Hawk and the mom, and 11 could have gone that way, but they keep saving her by every time she fights him for control, because she is right. She's like, I'm super powered. I should be taking the lead. But then it was that scene just when she was getting too much. He went, no, I'm in front of you, and then she backed off and she let him go in front of her. I was like, oh, that's actually saved it. So they're my favorite two at the moment.
Hopper and 11.
There's more balance between their relationship, I think, than
and
the others.
The power struggle makes sense because she's super powered and he just doesn't want her to fight.
He's dad mode.
He's being a dad. Yeah.
So it does
Which
make
makes
sense. I always liked their dynamic, right? It's Hopper, I would say in the first season, Hopper was probably my favorite because he was, kind of like I liked all of them. The kids were good. Season 1, like from start to finish, was really good. And then 2, I agree with this, Brew, kind of was just like a redo of 1. But 3, I really
the exact same season.
I really did not like 3. And then I absolutely agree too with season 4. I liked Eddie in it and the Vecna stuff. But like, the first half was like, them just like driving around with his one stoner friend. I was like, what are we doing here? What is this? And then finally, when we got to like the Vecna stuff, I was like, all right, I like this. But so far, I like all of season 5. I hope they continue with this momentum because like it did start tiny but slow, but I didn't mind it the first couple episodes. But then 4, it was just like bam, like it really takes off. Episode 4, I mean. And then so we'll see. It comes out December. The rest of it, you said, right? Like Christmas and the New Year's.
Christmas and the New Year's. Yeah, it's just coincided with the holidays, which I think is smart for the show. And I'm excited to see Will's story because he's always been a bit of like a quiet layup character.
He should have been killed. Like, he shouldn't have made it this far. He's brought nothing to the series except where he wants to shove it, and that's the only thing he's bringing now.
Except where he wants to shove it. Yeah, I don't love that.
That's his entire character.
He's just crying and scared, and this is the first time I'm like, God
okay,
damn.
Well, yeah, that's exactly how I felt because I'm like, obviously there's a trauma and everything, but it's like they were all just like babying him throughout this whole series, right? And like, he went through something crazy traumatic. I get it, but it's like when is he gonna be, like toughen up? And then they finally did it, and it was just like, damn, okay, they like really went for it. So I like that because it almost seems like they're gonna make him stronger than Elle because
it depends on what happened to him with Vecna and whatever in season 1, because we don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's true. The fact that he can like, I know she can lift and levitate and kill things like the Demogorgons and stuff, but like she, unless I'm wrong, because I should probably maybe rewatch, but it's a lot to rewatch. A lot of it I didn't like, so I didn't want to. But I don't remember her controlling their minds. Did she do that with the Demogorgons? I don't think so.
And not that many at the same time that I can remember.
They've got different powers. She's telekinetic, and he
is that
like he's interfering with the signals which are controlling them, which allows
he's
him
the
to
antenna. Okay.
Yeah. Lana Del Rey plus the Stranger Things actor Noah Sharp. This twink can't act. I agree with her. I agree with Lana Del Rey.
You know what?
This kid has brought nothing to the series and he shouldn't be in it.
Once his eyes glaze over and look white, I'm good with that. He can go and do whatever he wants and be all powerful. I'm happy with that.
That's so funny. I'm not like out of all of them, he probably was weaker because he didn't have that many lines like in the beginning, right? Because like in the first season, they're looking for him.
Oh, the
right?
first season, he wasn't even.
He's barely in it, and then when they finally got him, he was all traumatized and
that was
quiet.
His best acting.
Mike was probably the strongest. I don't know actually.
Justin was always my favorite.
Justin was my favorite, but Mike was kind of like.
Favorites.
I like Justin. Yeah, he's my favorite out of the kids. But I would say like I feel like they tried to make Mike more of like the main character
the
of the
scene
kids.
where he took on 5 people. I was like,
I was like, good try, buddy. Good try.
I know. I was rooting for him. I was like, damn, this episode got like dark out of nowhere. Like I know the series is dark, but I just wasn't ready for that.
I just don't know why he didn't tell his friends. It was like, well, there was 5 of them, but you should see 3 of them.
Yeah.
Didn't he say he like tripped or something?
Yeah, he fell off his bike. the equivalent of I walked into a door. It's like no
Well,
one's
but
gonna believe
Steve
that.
knew. Steve said, like, I forgot the bullies' names, but Steve was like them again. So Steve knew. He was like, okay, like, you fell off your bike, but his friends, he didn't. You're right. Like, to the other kids, he didn't say. Which is like,
what
you
he should have
jumped.
done is told them, got them all together, and got them beat the crap out of them. That's what he
what
should
men
have
do.
done.
That's what
Boys
men
rules,
do.
I guess. I don't know. I've never been in that situation.
I don't know. I'm not a boy. I grew up around boys, and that is exactly what they would have done. But yeah, so I like it. My critiques, I would say, and I get like, especially after Will is controlling the Demogorgons, this could be thrown out the window. But the scene where Nancy's mom like looks like a badass, like, and she, because you think about it, like moms do have like that. There's been studies about it that like the adrenaline when you got to protect your child.
Oh, but the Demogorgon
would have tore her
so
apart.
sorry.
No, it would have tore her apart. Like you've seen it ripping apart the army guys. Like quit. Like
no, it wasn't that. It was what they did to the dad. The dad has a golf club. This monster out of hell, as far as he's concerned. Also,
Just
why did they
kinda-
not tell them? You're surrounded by an army base. Hell's gates are opening up around you. You're not telling your family that like things are after you and monsters are real, so they can prepare.
Seriously,
The
yeah.
most stupid part of the entire story. But this monster from hell's coming out. He's got a golf club and he goes, "Stand back! No, attack him! It's a hell monster. If Satan walks in, I'm hitting him in the face. I'm not negotiating with him. If I don't know what it is, I'm hitting you in the face.
Yeah, no.
If aliens come down into my house, they're getting met with a bat.
You don't wait. It's not like it was a burglar. Like get out, or I'm gonna get you. Like no, it's a monster, right?
Yeah.
So that was my critique. Like I know they're doing it, I guess, to not kill off so many people immediately, but there's no way the Demogorgon wouldn't have just sliced them in half. Like showing her like stabbing him with the wine, like one stab, she could have gotten one in, but then that thing is slicing her head off in one fell
No, she shouldn't have gotten any of them. That Demogorgon was taking its sweet time to like come forward. Like
yeah, she kept stabbing it and stabbing it. It's just standing there, and it would have been okay if like Vecna, when he's getting hit with the bullets, they don't do anything, so he doesn't really care. But apparently she was actually injuring this thing. Well, it's definitely gonna slash you immediately then.
Yeah, immediately then I'm like, I get they're trying to make this look like some badass scene, and it looked cool, but it didn't make sense. It's especially because like an hour later, or the next episode, whatever, they infiltrate the army base, and she's still alive. They infiltrate the army base. And they've got guns and just like they're heavy artillery, and these things are killing them, and just boom, boom, like it's nothing. I'm like, okay, and it makes sense.
But Karen can totally stab with a wine bottle.
I know.
But yeah, and as was brought up yesterday, nobody asked about the dad in the hospital.
I know. I was like, wait a minute. I'm watching it, and I'm like, wait, where's the dad? Did I miss something?
Apparently, he's alive too, but I didn't even realize that until it was said yesterday, because you never see it. It's never mentioned. He's not a big deal.
It's basically a Barb situation happening all over again. We're gonna only concentrate on one parent. The other one is SOL.
Just so that they know.
And this is what I mean. This is what I mean about like a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. This stuff is all through the series, but it's like, how sensitive are you to it? It's like, you're being propagandized, because that is what the show is, but it's also got good stuff in it. And so
that's why I say
they're trying to find that balance.
It pulls you out of the show sometimes, these moments, and then you're like, well, this part's good.
And you know what? They explain it well, like, or at least they show it well, like when the Demogorgon is coming to get, the one boy, I forgot his name, the chunky boy,
Fat kid,
the fat kid, and Will's mom is attacking it with axe,
when he's holding that door,
control.
the soldiers start trying to open the door and he holds them back. My first thought was, there's no way they're getting through there. I was like, that is the perfect role for him, the perfect casting.
He is a refrigerator, essentially, on legs.
But they explain it, right? Like Nancy's parents, they don't get killed by the Demogorgon, and they should have. Nobody was there. Elle wasn't there. Will wasn't there. No one was there to help. But with Will's mom, it makes sense. They show him taking control of Demogorgon, because if he wouldn't have, it would have sliced her in half when she was attacking it with the axe. And it was just kind of backing up, but that's because Will took control over it. So they show us in that scene why she survived, but it doesn't explain why
tossed though across the
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, she should have gotten real hurt there, or dead.
Yeah.
My favorite moment, and it kind of summarizes a lot of, especially how I feel about what's his name, Robin from Maya Hawke. There's a scene where the mom and the son are talking underground, and then out of nowhere, she just speaks, and the camera pans round, and she's in the room with them. And that's how I felt like through the entire series. She always seems to be there, lurking off camera, and nobody else knows until she opens a gob. And she's always joining in with everything. I can't stand her as well as the other girl that was... There's a doctor, and he's like, no, you shouldn't go to your mom, because you might kill
Nancy?
her.
Yeah, that was so...
You might kill her. And she's like... I'm not going to trust any man that calls me sweetheart. Well, I'm sorry, darling.
That was a dumb.
You being an emotional cow is probably why he was treating you like a child and telling you what to do. If you can't control yourself because someone calls you sweetheart, which, by the way, is an endearing term, you sensitive cow, then
and back
you've
in
got
the 80s,
bigger issues.
I don't feel like women really thought like that. That's more of a new
That's
thing.
definitely a
Nobody
new
thought like
modern
that. This
thing.
is like...
No.
You know, you should smile more. Nobody thought that was a problem until people started telling women it was meant to be a problem. Actually, you do look better when you smile. Everybody looks better when they smile.
Well, not everyone.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much everybody, because people want to be around happy people, and that's a symbol of being happy. Even if you're miserable, if you smile, people will like you more.
Yeah.
I should stop
more
smiling.
more approachable. But yeah, so overall, you know, I liked it, but like the thing with the parents was a bit odd. I'm excited to see where they go with it. I can't, you know, we'll rate it as it comes out, but I feel like we can't give it like a full rating until we see how they end it, because we could love everything up until like how they end it, and it could like ruin the whole series. Like if they ended stupidly, just like, you know, Game of Thrones. Like if they ended dumb, it's gonna change people's opinions.
I like this more than I liked this part of season 3 and 4. And to be honest, I can't remember too well enough to actually compare it to that. So,
yeah, I agree with that. I would say 1 is probably still my favorite season, but like I know a lot of people had problems with 4 altogether, but like the second half of 4 I really enjoyed, because people were like, oh, they're like, you know, just taking A Nightmare on Elm Street. It's like, well, this is an 80s thing, so it kind of makes sense that they're kind of taking inspiration from a movie that was popular in the 80s. I didn't mind that.
I was gonna say season 4 also, like, I love the Max storyline.
I like Max.
I did not like Max at first, and that's that should be a 101 like lesson on how to make a character likable.
At first it was kind of just like, oh, you're emo, like edgelord type, right? That's like the vibe that she came off as. But now, like, since you've seen her struggle and you know her story a little bit more, she's not so hardened, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word, but I do like her a bit more now.
More relatable.
More relatable, yeah.
I think they should have just killed her. The entire thing in season 5 with her and the random blonde
Holly
kid that's come out of nowhere. If you'd cut all of that from this entire season, you would have missed nothing.
Fine with that. I would be fine with that.
It hasn't gone anywhere. This is one of the issues. If you want to cut your season in half, it has to wrap up. So we have to find out what's going on in there. And everything's just like, oh, there's a new dimension. Oh, they're in somebody else's head now. Oh, this is a new... And it's just... We have gone so far beyond, like, power levels at this point. I can't even track who's been able to do what. It just seems to be, oh, no, now we have mental worlds where we're going to do this. Now we're going to do over here.
It's the multiverse.
The multiverse of minds.
I think once you've reached the point where you can just float along, get hit by bullets, control all animals, and have mental worlds where you can trap all of humanity, I think your power levels have got a bit out of control for a load of kids to fight.
Yeah. Also, 11 as a action star and running around trying to parkour has been... I'm sorry, she's just not good at doing that.
It just doesn't work. She doesn't work as an action star. No. I can agree with that.
I did like the payoff because I thought it was a bit stupid when I saw the scene and she's just running and jumping all these things, and it was never explained. I did like when you found out that was the base inside there. So he was actually getting her to train for something. It's like, oh, so he'd already been through. I do think it's very stupid, him going through a military base into a foreign place. Then how's he even getting back at that point?
Originally, because they're supposed to follow them, and then I think
Can 11 open a portal for him or something?
I don't know 100%. I don't think they actually fully explained it because we never got to that part.
This is my issue. This has gone on for so long, and I haven't rewatched it, and I don't think I should be required to rewatch previous seasons. But you've taken so long to make 5. I now don't know whether things that I don't know about their power levels or what's going on are because it was explained in a previous season that you've never explained again, which you should do. That's part of television. Or whether it's just confusing and nobody else knows.
I don't think 11 has the power to open up portals at all.
Well, I don't know how he was supposed to get back. Like, I still don't know why they're tracking them on the other side. I'm sure that was in another series, but you should explain that in your next series when you've left multiple years between series.
Mm-hmm. Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
What did you guys think of the big reveal at the end? The big reveal of who was in the room.
What big reveal?
Because everyone thought it was Vecna. They thought Vecna
I can't
was
even
in that
remember.
room.
She left such a... Apparently she was in a previous season and has left such...
it was the worst episode. Everybody hated it. The sister episode.
I honestly didn't even recognize her until they did
I was
a
just like, who?
flashback.
Yeah, that was...
Again, if you want to do that, you have to tell people in the series. You can't expect people to remember your boring series from 2 years ago.
But that was like the worst episode. I feel like...
Not even from 2. It's like 4 or 5 years ago.
Even the like diehard fans did not like that.
2.
It was,
yeah.
right?
Oh.
I think so, because I barely remember it. I just remember that I did not like it. It was like, Elle went off on her own adventure, kind of ran away, and then she found another.
Yeah, that
her
was
sister,
season
another
2.
like her. That was 2. Yeah.
So that was 6 years ago. Who knows?
Like, clearly didn't leave an impression. It's just the reveal of like, who?
I didn't like
if
that
you've never
reveal.
mentioned this person. Now, I didn't mind the twist of they thought Vecna was in there and then he wasn't. I thought that was well done. But then you reveal a character that I don't care about and you have not mentioned the entire season. So
yeah. Thanks, Sean.
It would have left more of an appeal if it was what the actor's name? The guy that died in the last season. Joseph Quinn. Yeah, Eddie.
Oh, yeah.
If he'd been in it, then at least I could have been like, oh, I like that guy from the previous season.
I would have preferred that. I loved him as Eddie. He was good.
I think this is one of the issues with having such a large cast that you never kill off. It's hard enough for me to care about this many people already. You want to add another one? You've already added some random kid that I don't know who she is, that's been wandering around being boring for 3 hours.
I remember, I think even like Millie Bobby Brown and I don't know, possibly maybe someone in the chat will know, the actress that plays Max, said
Sadie
that they should have,
Sink?
Sadie, that they even had mentioned that they should have killed Max.
They're afraid to kill characters, clearly. I mean, the parents should have died. The Wheelers should have died.
Will should have died. God, he's so boring.
I mean, if where they're going with Will's character, maybe he had plot armor just to bring him to this very moment, but they
should have stuffed him in a fridge.
And maybe he's gonna die in like some epic battle or something.
He's not gonna die. This is gonna be one of those shows. I think you can probably predict who's safe just by identity group alone. They're not gonna rock the boat. It's like they're already scared to kill people as it is. This is why when there's the thing where they don't fake his death, but they set it up so that Jim might explode himself. I was like, he is one of the people who might genuinely go. But there's lots of people that are safe in
They
it.
should have. They set it up, and I was ready. I was so ready for him to die.
Well, my issue is I only care about 3 of them, and he's one of them. And so I'd rather they kill off. By this point, in 5 seasons, you need to learn who are the strong characters, who are the weak ones, and you just kill off the weak ones. That's The Walking Dead made a mistake because they killed off the favorite ones. You need to cull the crowd, and so you by the end you have the core group. And let's face it, the best ones were the ones that started in season 1. And you just keep those if you want all the people. Everyone you've added in is not good.
Yeah. And also Will's mom needs to die at some point. She keeps on getting herself into situations.
Yeah, she's just annoying.
Yeah,
just annoying.
She's so good because I think playing the scared mom and trying to find her son,
the actress is
that
great,
worked.
but
That worked for season 1, but then thereafter I was like, no, I'm not as interested in this kind of like feverish character.
The issue is when you've got parents who are like, I want to protect my kid. It's like, okay, I understand that. And then you're like, these are the only people that can save the world from the apocalypse. Like, oh, okay. Maybe the don't leave the house routine wouldn't work. This is why it's working with Jim, because he kind of didn't have a choice. And then she just appears, and he had to deal with it. And so he's doing his best in a bad situation, but he's still letting her join him because he doesn't have any choice. Whereas with Joyce, she's like, I want to keep you at home in your bedroom, and the world can end.
I don't want to lose you again, ever.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense when you're dealing with the apocalypse. This is why I think it was Deadpool. There was a line in Deadpool when he didn't care about the world, and he said, I started realizing I needed to save the world because you're in it, and I only care about you. And so it made him forced to care about everything else. That would have made sense for Joyce. But yeah, 5 seasons of, no, but you're my child. Oh.
So fixated on that. And like, well, who cares about Jonathan? Right? Jonathan can go off and do stuff, but Will can't. Like, come on, Jonathan. Well, no, Will is what Jonathan's age when they started the show, essentially. Right? So maybe it's a baby thing. I have no idea. The kid, the child that you just never want to let go of.
Well, it doesn't make sense. The second one is normally less cared about because the first one's already broken down all the barriers. And I think as you have more children, you're less protective over all of them because like the maternal instinct gets spread out. Like by the time you're up to 7, it's like, yeah, just piss off for 12 hours. No, I'm sure we'll be back.
Which number child are you? Oh my gosh. But I can't wait till Christmas. We're 1 month away. I kind of want to do a little rewatch of the 4th season just to remember all the stuff that happened with Vecna. But
I just don't care that much about the show. Even when it was really good, it was never peak TV. Like the Stranger Things, I think, has always had a bizarrely major output for what it was. Season 1 was good, but the rest of the stuff really wasn't that amazing at all. And yet every time it comes around, it's like it's the biggest thing in television. It's like there's so many better series out there than Stranger Things.
I think especially like when Stranger Things came out, that was like kind of the start of, I know there's been a lot of like 80s themed stuff, but it was like that too, but like the 80s craze where all these movies and shows were starting to use that time period, and people that grew up then were nostalgic for it, and people who have never been in the 80s thought it was just like so cool. Like I said, I know there's been so many, movies and shows that were based in the 80s time, but I feel like Stranger Things, maybe before that, I don't know, that just like took it off. I didn't watch Captain Marvel, but that just like people really enjoyed that whole vibe because they did it right. They liked the the synth music and everything. I think that had a lot to do with it as well. Just the whole vibe of at least the first season.
What the 80s have given us, Captain Marvel and Dr. Disrespect.
Oh God!
I didn't watch either of them. Well, Captain Marvel. I didn't watch either of the Captain Marvel movies. Marvel's or that one.
I never watched the first one. Oopsie.
You didn't really miss much. It was
a $1 billion movie though.
Well, yeah, it made all the money, but it was like, you have to watch this because I remember thinking, what was it? An End of Infinity War. Everyone's fading to ash, and he puts in the call to her, and like, I have no idea who Captain Marvel is, and so the curiosity alone led into her success. Then it turned out to be absolutely nothing about either movie. It was so bizarre. It's such a weird choice. It was
just sandwiched between, good movies.
But even if it had been a good movie, you still would have been like, why was this put in the middle of them? Like, I'm just all over origin stories. I don't think you need them.
I think they're overdone.
Well, imagine going into a room and meeting a new person for the first time, and you go, so, when I came out of my mum's legs, I'll start from there, shall I? No, nobody cares. They want to know where you are now. They don't care about what happened when you were a kid.
Oh, no. All right. Let's get some supers. Jason, thank you for the Australian 5. Asian actress Ha Ji Won and Kang Ha Na.
Bless you.
I'm trying to focus.
And Hanami Hambe.
Thank you. And my current screen crushes, maybe because my first kiss was from an Asian girl. Oh.
Maybe
that would explain a lot. That would explain a lot, Jason. MJ, thank you for becoming a new member. Mr. Miltos, for 5, Stranger Things season 5, part 1, it is advisable to disobey your parents. They are always wrong.
There's a lot of that.
Well,
There's a lot of that in that show. Yeah.
that's something that kids always think. So I think that
Never
thinking
used
that
to
way
be.
is not entirely,
It's very strange. It's very strange and it's very modern. Everyone always used to obey their
Like in the 50s
parents.
and 60s, they totally listened to their parents. And then 70s, it seemed like that's when like the whole, maybe like late 60s, like the Summer of Love maybe was when it started, like the rebellion.
Teenage rebellion was pushed from the top down. It was done by the media and it convinced everyone that it's normal, and it isn't. And I think it came around when you socialize children with children, so they don't know how to behave. Whereas when they were socialized around adults and their family, they were taught how to behave, and if you didn't behave, there were consequences, and so children matured into actual normal people. And now there's rebellion, and it's, yeah, we're going to overthrow all the system. It was just a load of people wanted a rebellion, and so they taught that to kids.
I wasn't even thinking about rebellion. It's just like, you don't know what it's like to be my age, Mom, when I'm falling in love, and this is the one person I'm going to marry, and blah, blah, blah.
They used to get married at 18, they'd be popping out babies at 20, and it's because they grew up around parents and grew up around adults. And now people are staying chilled. You're hearing cases where people will be talking about Amanda and go, well, she's still a child. She's 27. And it's like, well, she still acts like one. How long are we going to extend being a kid? You should be a kid when you're in single digits, and then you grow up. And that it used to be the teenage years for when you grew up and matured, because you started working on the farm and stuff. You would take part in the family business. You would be an apprentice. And that's what we don't have anymore. Like over here, I don't know what this case is over there, but over here, you're in education now till you're 18 by law. So of course people are still kids at 18. They've never even been out in the world.
Yeah, I can agree that definitely, like, it probably started a bit with Gen X, that there's a lot of just like childlike mindsets in a lot of adults these days. So you'll see like a 25-year-old and you feel like they're like 15 because of the way they act. And yeah, you're right with like the not getting, like, I don't know, not growing up, which is okay to still, I'm not saying anything. I still like, certain things from my childhood and stuff like that, but I see a lot more of it now than like even when I was a kid.
Being taught responsibility is something that a lot of kids don't have. Like, we used to have home ec classes and automobile and et cetera in high school, and it's
stopped that.
They've totally completely stopped that.
I didn't have that in high school. Actually, I had it in middle school. It was called Home and Careers, and it was so much fun. And my high school didn't have it, which is weird. I had it in like 6th grade, I think, but they just stopped it.
I don't even mean. When I say child and mature, I don't mean missing out on a childhood, like playing with toys. I don't mean it in the what's his name from the Daily Wire, begins with an M, whatever it is, where he's like, anime's evil. I don't mean it in that kind of thing. I mean it in the way that you will walk around a town and kids are running all over the place and they're not acting like people. They're just screaming, no one's in control of them. Whereas before, if you go back in time, everyone, they behave like they were civilized by the time they were teenagers.
They didn't want to like disobey their parents. They wanted to make them proud, and
they acted like people. They like they would still go home and play with toys or whatever. They still, in modern terms, they'd still play video games or have childish kind of interests or whatever. But when they were in public, they behaved like normal people. And
the kids are not the boss type of mentality. I was having a conversation. I was having a conversation with one of my friends, and she was like, she said her husband said, what if one of our kids comes home and says they're a cat? And she's like, well, you know what we're gonna do? The cat lives out in the barn, so the kid can go live out in the barn, not getting any food, go hunt for your food. And I'm like, oh, it's so refreshing to hear these types of
things. You can give him the odd dead rat and be like, there you go.
You want to be a cat?
Yeah. Well, go be a
cat. Oh my gosh.
There was a story about that. There was a kid came back and told the parents, I'm a girl now. And the father, apparently without missing a beat, went, so am I. And they're like, what? Like, no, I am. And so apparently went in, wife's clothes, came down in it, started prancing around. And he's like, no, stop it. It's like, no, I am. If you can be, I am. Like, you're oppressing me. By the way, I'm driving you to school. I was like, no, drop me around the corner, drop me around the corner. He's like, no. He said, I walked straight in there. I walked them into the classroom. I said, never again.
It's a good
And he was
dad.
like, came out now. I said, it's finished now. It's over.
It's a good dad.
Yeah.
It's very base. I love
Learning
that.
lesson.
Mhm. Look, anything
out
that-
his wife's clothes.
I would be so pissed, but at the same time, for that, I'd be like, okay,
It's
maybe
worth it.
as long as
Yeah.
it's not my dress that I love.
Yeah, please don't wear my best one. Wear the one that I'm probably never gonna wear again. Thanks. And the jabroni wants to make sure we know, in case we're wondering, he still likes boobies.
Still is. I thought of him again. Time for a reminder.
What if they were the dad's boobies in the dress?
Are you sure you want to ask that question?
Well,
True.
Well, it's already out there.
have you seen She-Hulk? Let's start with that one.
Andrew, thank you for the 10. Okay, so now it's 11, Nancy, Max, and the child Holly. Gay now Will, and the hated lost sister that the show centers around. Femme power, it's insane. I liked it when it was just a love letter to the 80s.
You
I think that's
forgot
why it's-
Robin.
Yeah, she's the most annoying of them all.
It is a case. All the men are led bound by a woman. We've got the woman in STEM leading the military. The moment everyone's in charge. My favorite is when Will comes up with a plan, and then he needs Robin to go, we should do your plan. He's like, actually, yeah, I think we should do our plan. And then they do a plan. He's not even allowed to come up with one.
Yeah.
The only respite you get from that is Jim. He's the one who did it. And I think that's why I like Dustin's scenes where he's in a fight, because it's just him versus a load of guys.
It's just men stuff.
And any of the other scenes, if that had happened, then Robin would have come in and beat the crap out of him. I'm half surprised she didn't dive in. She's like,
show
actually,
up.
I've been here all along. And just
Yeah,
like,
she just
start
comes from
beating
behind one of the
saves them.
gravestones, like
Yeah.
headstones, and just like I was listening
It
to
is
the
an
whole time.
amazing cut in the bunker. They're just having a conversation for like 15 minutes, over exaggerated, but a few minutes, and then she just speaks, and they look at it like, where have you come from?
She
And the
did, like,
camera
jump
pans over,
scare,
and
Robin
she's
jump
just
scare.
standing in the room. And they're like, how did you get there? It's so weird.
Oh my gosh. And Ian, thank you for the 50 pounds. Now, young Disparu, you're already 6. Time to go work on the farm before you practice your highlighting.
Well, this is kind of my point. I think one of the reasons it exists is because you were socialized around adults, and so you wouldn't have had schools surrounded by kids. I think, but it's always weird when people are like, you should socialize kids around kids. Well, kids don't know how to behave. Why would you ever socialize a child around another child? It doesn't make sense. You give them role models who know what to do. Kids have no idea what they're doing, so of course you have bad behavior.
Speaking of someone who has no idea what they're doing.
Me?
Simu Lu
Oh, God.
says, Asian representation in
Ah,
Hollywood
shut
remains effing
up,
appalling.
Simu.
He really likes attention. He's
He's
never
a
gonna
real
give up.
Barbie. He's basically Kim Kardashian in an Asian man's body.
Yeah.
Except she's got more testosterone than him, as that's the problem. He actually does look like more of a man than he does.
That's
He's got a
fair.
very weird, lumpy face, doesn't he?
He does. So he says, put some Asians in literally anything right now. Between him and Lucy Liu, what's the name? What's up with the Liu last name? Okay, like I know they're not related, but these people need to chill out.
Look,
She doesn't want to be put in stuff and be stereotyped as an Asian.
Wait, she
Okay.
said that?
She
Actually?
did.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
did.
She had a problem because Asians are stereotyped as like being really smart, intelligent, and good at maths.
She
Is
can't
that
have
a
that.
bad thing though?
She does. She
heard.
doesn't like that.
She doesn't. She
and-
wants to be a
and
blonde
then-
white
She wants
girl.
to be a dumb
She said
person.
in
Yeah,
she said in Kill Bill she was supposed to be good at karate. I think she called it being the Chinese dragon lady or something.
Yeah.
And
But-
she's like, all Asian people aren't good at karate. That's really bad. She was complaining about being too good at things in roles.
She is good at karate, so you get casted for a role that's karate. But now we're backtracking and saying I shouldn't have been casted in that role at all because what Asian? It should have been a white person.
Oh no, she wants to be cast. She just wants to be cast in like a wide array of things than always being smart and intelligent.
And she was like
Okay.
complaining that she doesn't get hired much now or something, and like she made a movie that didn't get picked up, but she has some very
Oh yeah,
good
that was the main
roles.
thing.
That
Her
was the
movie
main
wasn't
thing.
instantly.
But
yeah.
the thing is, like,
Ah.
I would say arguably, like, yeah, Kill Bill is a very popular role for her, but like for me personally, I think of the Charlie's Angels movies, and she wasn't like a stereotypical Asian in it. She was just one of the hot chicks that worked for Charlie, and it wasn't like
She wasn't like super smart, right? She's just
A
smart
little
enough to be
bit.
an agent.
they all
if it's
kind of
karate
were to
again,
some,
then
but they all did it. So,
Well,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
but
They don't
she's
Karate.
Asian.
She's Asian.
So
she
she'd be like,
can't.
it's different for Asians. You don't understand the systemic discrimination of being people thinking that you're good at stuff. It's like every Asian stereotype I know is basically a compliment. It's like the one, they're like, okay, so they work hard at school, they're good at karate, they
true.
can beat people
Would
up,
you
they're really
like
smart and
the-
good at maths. They're bad at driving. That's the only one.
Yeah. Would you like the stereotype that, like, say, black people get? Like, I don't
Maybe.
think so.
She just doesn't want hers. So, anyways, he says the amount of
X-ray girl's trying to cause it one day at a time.
Yeah. The amount of backslide in our representation on screen is effing appalling. Studios think we are risky. No Asian actor has ever lost a studio even close to $100 million, but a white dude will lose $200 million twice and roll right into the next tentpole lead. We're fighting a deeply prejudiced system, and most days it sucks.
You know what, Simu Liu? Rather than going, actually, maybe I'm just crap at everything and I shouldn't be in the industry.
You're just not
He'll
a good
go,
actor.
it's because of my race, isn't it? And that's all it is. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He should be blacklisted from the industry and he should be immediately fired. Anyone in Hollywood that says this should be fired. You can't have people like this speaking in the press. If they're too thick to understand that they shouldn't be saying this, they shouldn't be in the industry. And just to piss him off, you should cast him for every role, then fire him and go, sorry, no, we found this other Asian, they're way better than you. It's just, I would do an entire movie full of every Asian person you can find except him.
Okay.
Just piss him off.
I'm very curious. Did Shang-Chi... Okay, so Shang-Chi was 150 million. How much did Shang-Chi make?
I have no
Oh, that was
idea.
him. I forgot about that.
I know it was made for China and it wasn't allowed to be shown in China because he's not Chinese. And they thought he'd represent them.
Okay, so budget apparently is 150 mil and its earnings was 430 global. So I guess it made its money.
Yeah.
It is a case though, if you spend $100 million on a movie, I'd have liked to at least double your money.
Oh yeah, because it's like what the numbers
Breaking
that they
even
release,
is the low point. You want to make profit.
Yeah.
because the numbers that they release too don't usually include like marketing or anything like
true.
that. So
It flopped. I mean, this is just the Google AI answer, okay? So
The issue you've got is that a lot of their stuff is funded by investors, and investors want to make a return because they're risking they may never get their money back. So that needs risk, and they need to make more money on the investment than they would have just done in like stocks in the same kind of time. So yeah, breaking even is still a fail.
I think the Chinese didn't even want to associate with Shang-Chi, so I get it. I liked him before, okay? I liked him in Kim's Convenience, and he, just like women, opened his mouth and all of a sudden didn't like him.
It's a case of, because the thing is, what he means is, you should hire me for movies, I'm not getting hired in movies anymore. But he has to widen it out and go, everyone doesn't like Asians. It's like, aren't you American? I don't know.
Yeah. He like Amandla
they should
is grasping
together.
at straws.
Yes.
So speaking of, well, this wasn't like a flop, but I know Disbrew didn't like this, and actually went to go see it today, just so we could talk about it today. So before we run out of time, let's just do a quick review here on Wicked for Good. Because
Simu Liu, he's being all over the place.
Oh, he's Canadian, the chat's saying.
Well,
sorry, X-Ray. They don't claim him.
It's weird because he was born in China. Looks like his parents are Chinese. But he moved back to China to raise grandparents while his parents studied in Canada, and then they later went to Canada, and he moved with them.
I don't know his upbringing. That's the most I've ever heard of it. I know Kim's Convenience was filmed in Toronto, so
I've never seen that.
That's it.
I find it very strange that he keeps using the word Asian rather than Chinese.
He wants to be cast in all Asian roles.
Yeah. Ian says X-Ray must know him.
I don't.
All right.
China's quite a big place.
So, well, Canada.
Well,
is a big
yeah,
place,
but you've got China, Canada. It's like
we're all over the place.
Yeah.
So, all right, Wicked for Good. I watched it today too, and so did X-Ray Girl.
I'm
off the
glad
bat,
it's done for good.
yeah, I liked the first one. I don't I don't consider Wicked canon to the Wizard of Oz because the author who wrote Wizard of Oz was probably like way dead by the time Wicked the book was written. It's a fan fiction prequel, so it doesn't have to. I don't know. People like getting all weird that are like wrapped up in this Wicked stuff, like hating Dorothy and stuff. I'm like, yeah, okay, you guys are weird, but it's the internet. This one, the songs weren't even nearly as good. I didn't really like any of them. I liked the songs in the first Wicked. I've seen the it was a long time ago, but I did see the Wicked play musical, and I thought it was good. It was fun. But in the movie, like a lot of people liked the first movie. They did a pretty good job with it. I know this is kind of like they stretched it out because when I seen the play, I remember it ending with her, coming out of the ground and not actually dying, like out of the little trap door and then leaving with the scarecrow. But all the extra stuff added, like Glinda's supposed to like marry him and stuff. I don't remember any of that from the play. I don't think it was in there, but maybe it was in the book. Never read the book. But either way, this one, I didn't. I don't know. It was not that good. That's
I
not really,
think
I didn't really enjoy it.
the storyline wasn't strong because the first part, you have this tension about we're going to school, we're maybe going to be friends or frenemies, and it kind of has a lot of payoff with like what ends up happening with her, like taking that role of being actually wicked, and them having this friendship that's strained by it. And then so it's kind of still a continuation of that into this part, but we've already done it. And then the songs that, the only ones I ever really knew from this play that I sang quite often was Defying Gravity and Popular.
Yeah.
So the songs were just not going to stand up to the test of time for the second part. And it was boring. I didn't care for anything. I hated seeing the Talons throughout the whole movie. Like, why does she always have these long fingernails? It really bothers me. But I just, it didn't resonate with me. It wasn't fun. It wasn't exciting. It seemed even my
No.
theater wasn't having fun compared to the first time.
And the thing is,
How were
I
they
feel like the
supposed
press
to, though?
tours around these two were like more viral than the actual movie because people are saying, and it kind of makes sense. It's in a weird way. Who knows, like what form, but like it's almost like trauma bonding the way they are, like how they're so easily triggered by things, and like they start crying during these. People are like, is the Wicked cast okay? Because even Michelle now is just like ridiculously skinny, and it's like, what is happening on the set of this movie that all these people are just like not eating? And I guess even Jeff Goldblum is like a vegetarian now. I was like, that's a choice. And he said this movie did it to him. Like he praises the movie, thanks the movie for it. It's like, it's not good. Meat's good for you. You should eat it.
I think it's
just
another one of the
odd.
contagions that go around when everyone's like friendly and stuff on this. So they'll go to someone and go, "I think you look great." Like, what are you doing nowadays?
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh, Ozempic." It's like, "Oh, really? I'll try that." It's like, "Oh no, what we're doing? Well, we should be on Ozempic." "I think you should be on Ozempic." "Everyone's on Ozempic." "Oh, I'll try Ozempic," and it just spreads like a virus.
Especially people that don't need it. Like it's really bad for you. Like Ariana Grande.
It's
and
really
even
bad
Cynthia.
for everybody.
Yeah,
Nobody should be on it. It destroys
it's
your
not
bones and
for
everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say the bones. Yeah, the bone thing.
I think it is a music theater type of situation because every time you do a theater production, everyone seems so emotionally charged, and having that as a movie as well with the practices for dances and whatnot, that they end up having these really crazy interviews. Crazy meaning what we've seen. But I would rather these types of interviews than Amandla Stenberg.
Yeah, they weren't hateful. They were just weird. So
But I chalk it up to being music theater people.
Well, I
struggles,
watched
and so
a video that put it into a bit of a different perspective, and this YouTuber that did the video has like been vocal about struggling with an eating disorder herself like years ago, and she just feels like what's going on with them is because like they're so tight with each other as well that it's become like a sisterhood thing where they're like trying to be exactly
It's-
like
it's
each other, and they're
more than
not
sisterhood.
eating.
Have you
and
seen Ariana's getting hugged by a man and the green
Cynthia,
ones in the
the
background
green
going,
one.
The green one.
and it's like seriously,
And she looks
it
angry,
looks like
yeah.
jealousy and spite. It looks like a man hugging your wife. It's that
Yeah.
kind of reaction. Who do you think you're touching?
Yeah, it's weird. And then like the one with her fixing her necklace when there was nothing wrong with it. It's just the behavior from the Wicked cast is just very odd. Mostly those two, but even Michelle, how do you say Yo or Yao? Is it Yao? Yo, she's like
She
ridiculously
can't
skinny
sing
now
to save her
too.
life. I don't
No,
know
that
how
was
they give her a
awful.
singing
It was
life.
awful. They couldn't
Speak
get
to
someone to
save her
sing.
life in this.
I don't, they couldn't get somebody else to sing for her. They do that all the time in movies. Like if it's a
Yeah,
musical,
just lie.
get
It would have been
somebody
better than
else.
that mess.
No, seriously, get somebody else to sing for her. Like for real, it was awful. But yeah, this one I was gonna pull up the critic list review, but it looks like nobody reviewed this on critic list.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
it's not-
say Michelle Yeoh is the first person I've noticed an Asian accent when she sings.
I know. It's
Probably
true.
didn't have enough calories to pump out enough air to actually make a singing noise. But my issues were like the main thing. Ariana Grande, her entire thing throughout the second, because I'm not seeing the first one, but in the second one, it was you're being manipulated by these people. You love the attention, and so you're going along with evil because you enjoy the attention. And then at the end, she stages a revolution so she can seize power because she loves the attention. So she essentially gives way to her evil instinct by leading a revolution to seize power
And get more
and that's
attention.
Well, yeah, and that's the entire thing. The entire moral of this is disgusting because it's basically evil is good.
Yeah.
So if the first movie is canon, which it is, that is the truth. And so everything in this can only be thought of as told from the Wicked Witch's perspective. It's essentially her writing in her Dear Diary, this is what happened today. And she's basically lying about it. She's changing history in her own head. And so I can't get invested in it because I know it's all lies. I know it's told from the evil perspective being perverted through the evil lens. And so why would I want to support any of these disgusting filth? It's a stupid idea for a story. There are interesting ways that you can play with villains, but it's not done in this because it's just all lying about how she's actually good. The better way of doing evil is the apocalypse is going to happen, and the only way you can stop it is by oppressing everyone on Earth and basically creating the ultimate oppressive empire where everyone works in an industrial machine to pump out stuff to defeat the oncoming storm. It's like, what evil would you do to stop something worse is about the only way you can make a good evil character.
And something like about this, like I said,
But it's
I'm
just
not
lies.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. Like I said, I've never read the book. I've only seen the play and musical, and I don't like everything from the second act, I guess, in the second movie here. I don't remember any of it being in that except for the ending where she doesn't actually melt and she comes out and then leaves with the scarecrow. That's the only part I remember being in the actual play musical. Like I said, don't know about the book, but whatever. Something that gets me with this is, in the Wizard of Oz movie, the Wicked Witch of the East is like it's her sister's worse, so it's like she has she's bad. Nessa, that's her name, yeah, Nessa. But they don't really show her do anything except for what she does the Tin Man, and then she just gets killed, and it's like, what? How did she get the title of Wicked Witch of the East? Like they just kind of skimmed right over that and didn't have her like
Because she only gave it to herself. Nobody else even heard it.
That's what I mean.
I thought the whole when her whatever guy left and she
turned him into the
enacted
Tin
that
Man.
whole like you need approval in order to travel as a munchkin.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was so quick.
Yeah, it's just I don't know because like I said, this isn't canon. The Wicked book that was written, the play, none of it is actually canon with Wizard of Oz. It was a prequel, fan fiction prequel, for the actual Wizard of Oz movie is what I'm saying. But since they wrote that, right, and they're doing this movie here, I just don't understand why they didn't make the Wicked Witch of the East like an actual thing. Because she was like there terrorizing the Munchkins or something in the original Wizard of Oz movie, something like that. We don't see it, but it's like kind of implied when the house falls on her. You know what I mean? So it's like, but it's like in this, they just like do it like, I don't know. She doesn't have the title. Like, yeah, she's kind of like not the best governor, but she's not doing something to make them like scared of her. They're scared of her in the original Oz movie, like the Munchkins.
Because
and stuff.
it's all a lie. Like, in the actual thing, she was probably oppressing them, burning them at the stake and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, she was
It's all
crucifying half the
propaganda.
people. But
Yeah.
this is the Wicked Witch going, my sister was amazing. Those people, they liked their rest on the cross. And it's why I can't even understand why anyone likes this crap at all. Because it's obviously just pure evil. pushed as good, and I was like, "Yeah, I love this. It's got songs in it." I'm like, "What the hell?"
It's got
Yeah.
songs. Yeah.
Like,
Not
what
even
I
good
want to see,
songs.
they say they want to do sequels.
Yeah,
I want to
agreed.
see the true
Oh.
version of this history, where actually we've had the Wicked Witch's view. Now I want to see the actual reality of what this film's about, where you see it all twisted around, and as the Wicked Witch is flying around and she's beating people up, actually she's just like throwing children at them as weapons and stuff, and you see the horrific thing she's actually been doing during this entire time. You like rewind and you see it from the normal people's perspective rather than filtered
I would
through
too.
her.
Yeah.
Do like the horror version.
Like
Well.
what Ian said, Frank L. Baum would have hated this.
The
That's why I say, because there's people that got kind of bent out of shape when the first Wicked movie came out, saying like, you know, I love Wizard of Oz. How could they do this? And it's like, did you not know that this musical and play existed and that it's just a fan fiction prequel? It's not canon. It's not changing your Wizard of Oz movie. It's you know what I mean? Like you still have that. And this has nothing to do with it. But
it was a very popular stage play. Like
yeah, I liked it. It was for
Kristen
girls.
Chenoweth and Idina Menzel. Like
I
their
didn't see that
careers-
version. I saw. The
I would have
Buffalo
loved to
version.
see them do that stage version. I mean, both of them wicked voices. Ugh. And I think Cynthia Erivo needs to start wearing wigs now. I got comfortable and I almost thought like she's kind of like
She looks
okay looking.
green with a
No,
wig.
she isn't. She looks like a vampire.
She
like-
looks better with a wig on.
There's actually a casting thing. She's been cast as I don't think it is.
No. She's been cast as all 32 characters, not just the one. She's not
What,
just
no-
the vampire.
Oh, I thought she was cast as like because it came out, but I can't remember what the character is. I just know
What
it's a
was the vampire's name? She's not Nosferatu, but she's a vampire. Oh my god, we talked about this on Morning Roast. I should know this.
Talk about this one, Orlok.
Dracula to play 23 roles in
Dracula, we're just
Dracula.
saying-
She's playing
Honestly-
all the roles.
I think she looks like a vampire. I can 100% believe that she looks like a Bond villain who's a vampire. Like if she had a volcano, an evil volcanic lair that she slept in a coffin in, I would believe that. That
She
should be the
willed
next
it
Bond
into
movie.
existence with her claw fingers that she is
Well, and
actually-
just having like a bony skeletal like sunken look to you. And shaving all your hair off and everything, it just makes her look vampiric, as well as the clothes that she wears. There's one here, and she's got like the big neck
like the big
stuff coming
shoulder
out.
and the neck
Yeah, it
thing.
looks very
yeah.
gothic. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy though, because when you look at even pictures of Cynthia before this movie, she was like fit, but like in like a sporty way. Like she wasn't like super skinny, she wasn't like fat or anything. She had muscle. That's why people think Ozempic, because like it's not just like an eating disorder. A lot of Hollywood people are on that, and there's this weird thing.
She's
with
just
their
a
hands.
nutcase.
Like what actually I brought that up, the talons. Like if you look at some of these really like overly skinny actresses now, they have like demon fingers. It's very weird.
If you told me she was doing demonic rituals in a basement, I'd believe you. This
know-
is as predictable as finding out that certain people have holes in their brains. Is that kind of I can see that.
She keeps on drinking Ariana Grande's blood. That's why Ariana's losing so much weight.
That's what's happening. She went on to
draining
Michelle
her
because
of
she was
life
running out
force.
of the blood from Ariana.
They should cast her in the next Weapons. She actually would make a great witch.
Like a real life witch,
The-
not a
the
Oz witch.
origins.
I could see it.
Ariana does need to increase her weight. During the movie, I kept seeing like you could count her ribs when she wears her lower cut tops, and that's just not like you'd pick at her skin and it'd be like paper thin. I'm sure. It's not
Oh,
But
yeah,
this used to
probably.
be. I remember when I was a kid, and everyone was always talking about size 0, which I still don't really know what that is. But it was all there was always stories about models that would eat cotton wool to try and survive because all the models then had to be so rakey thin. And then it went the other way, and then you had Lizzo. And we've never actually had a time where people just look like normal human beings. The moment Ozempic came out, now they've gone way back to where they were at size 0 again.
Yeah,
nowhere in the middle.
But I think like people are saying like the reason why even people in Hollywood that aren't overweight that are using it is because they want them to push it to people Ozempic, like, look at it, I lost all this weight. And some of them lie. Like I'm pretty sure an example, maybe not Christina Aguilera, but I don't know, she lost weight kind of fast. And when they say, "Oh, I just did it with diet and exercise," like, I don't know, because especially with the eyes, like there's like the sockets when people do it, like with Ozempic, because it's fast and it's not natural. So I don't know.
You tend to get if you lose it normally, you tend to get more toned and stuff, and your body kind of recovers.
Well, yeah, the
naturally.
muscle thing too, like you said, it messes with your muscle mass. So
the stuff that, because it's still really quite new, we don't know long-term effects, but what's been
Yeah.
coming out is horrible. I would not recommend
It's
it to
not
anyone.
good. Anything with like a quick weight loss, like there's always going to be a negative side effect.
Mhm.
And not surprised that it's bone loss and bone density and muscle loss. And there's something with like guys and Ozempic and their PPs or something as well, like Ozempic.
Oh boy.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
used to go to
remember.
Pokemon Land. Work out. Okay, let's catch up on supers. Stephen De Leon, hello. Thank you for being a member for 19 months. Shout out West Texas. Stephen De Leon rules all. Beardo fat. Thanks, Stephen.
He's
I
just a
imagine it's a
bigger
load of
guy.
lore that I don't know.
The just morning big time. Dad have moobies. I like boobies, not movies. That answers your question.
Thanks
words to live by.
Thanks for letting me know.
Market Reality, thank you for the 5. Simu needs to remember that the most powerful of the 3 major fascist countries in World War II was an Asian country, Japan.
Yeah,
they don't want to remember history though.
Now the
Now the
nice civilized people. Also, he's Chinese, and those two don't get on.
No, they don't. Not a lot of people get along with the Chinese, to be fair.
Although you do have look at China now. It's look, anything that Hassan goes to visit and like, this is amazing. I was like, maybe.
Maybe. Jason, thank you for the Australian 5. The Wicked for Good press tour was more unsettling than Guillermo del Toro's adaptation of Frankenstein. I actually loved that. That was my favorite movies of the year. I'm going to buy it. It's releasing on Blu-ray and I'm going to buy it. I loved it. I'm reading the book right now too. I know there was a lot of differences, but I think for certain movies and stuff, when you take creative liberties, which there's been a lot of creative liberties over the years with Frankenstein, I like what del Toro did. And his style, it was beautiful. The way everything looked, because they really went to Scotland and filmed like the tower and everything. It was beautiful. I like his vision, and he's good at doing like the showing the monster and the man, and the like for Frankenstein, because it's always a sad story. The Frankenstein story, because it's like he brings this thing to life, and it's not like it asked for it.
And he could never satisfy his wife because his nuts are in his neck.
This room was waiting on that one. He's waiting for me to shut up.
Well, I was waiting for you to shut up. So I would spend my time thinking, like, imagine Cynthia Erivo in The Acolyte if it had replaced Jodie Turner. Like, she would have actually looked like a demonic witch, and I think it would have fit way more. And then you started mentioning him, and like, I've got a joke for that.
There you go. The only compliment that you will ever probably get from Ian. Oh my gosh.
Jimmy Carr has said the worst joke that I can never repeat. And
you see that every time you put it in our group chat once, and I was like, whoa.
Nobody believes it, and it's like...
Me too. I remember I was like, whoa.
Like, I only ever saw him say it in one show, and he still does like jokes that would get me cancelled, and I've heard him repeat others. He's never repeated that one.
I just realized no shot goal reached. Oh, boo.
You didn't reach it. Oh, maybe next week.
I'll be in better shape. Oh my gosh.
You'll be ready for it.
You'll have slept.
I'll have slept a good amount.
Isn't that weird though, that even when you're hungover, you don't sleep very well, but you feel knackered? You would have thought it'd be the other way around. You just crash.
Yeah.
I don't want to crash. I want to sleep. I want to get a good rest, and I want to be back to normal. Okay.
This is the benefit of me just sleeping when I'm tired and eating when I'm hungry, is I don't get that at all, because I have no set time.
You live a gamer's life. Literally.
Yeah, he's in a whole different world because he's not on UK time or American time. He's on
He's on
Disparu
Disney time.
Yeah, he's on
It's
Disparu
3 a.m.
time.
and I don't care. It's like, I'll go sleep whenever I get tired.
He's probably gonna get on every time I'm on.
I'm gonna play Escape from
Discord.
Tarkov after
He's
this.
on Escape from Tarkov. He's always the first
Oh.
one in the little corner at all different hours, and I'm like, why isn't he asleep?
I've been playing it a lot. I just started playing Where Winds Meet as well because a lot of people said that was good, so I've picked up that. It's like apparently it's like an MMO Elden Ring, which sounded cool.
Oh,
That sounds cool.
And it has great graphics. Chinese game, everyone's attractive in it, but it's set in that kind of samurai kind of area. Gorgeous kind of graphics.
I identify with Disparu time.
People are like, will you be able to stream with us in 3 weeks? Like, dude, I don't know when I'll be awake tomorrow.
I know. Like, I can't plan something.
YouTubers don't plan things ahead of time. Maybe a week at best.
Yeah.
Whenever Drinker wants me to go to open bar, it's like Tuesday or Wednesday. It's like, do you want to come on Thursday? Yeah, let's go.
C Man for a Canadian 2. Wick snore for
poop.
Poop.
You had to put the things in because I imagine YouTube would censor it.
Oh, really? Poop?
I imagine so. They probably
Lame.
saw Dan Vass talking about it. It's like, we've got to stop this.
We've got to stop this
He
uproar
caused
before
this
it gets
trouble.
Yeah.
We
We know what he's like when he goes viral.
He's trying to help other
True.
people, okay?
Yeah. Can I talk about your poop? Might get you a little heat.
A hot poop.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, it's getting to that time. So what? You getting back on schedule, X-Ray? All your regularly scheduled streams? Or are you going to sleep in
Yes.
tomorrow?
Oh my god. Sorry. I've been fighting yawns all night. I'm so sorry.
It's
One
okay.
Escaped. Yes. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to do my typical yoga, maybe crochet in the morning. I'm gonna review my Egypt trip as it will be a solo stream if I do it. Sunday fun day, and then Forbidden Frontier in the evening. I'll try to game more this December. Play Dispatch, maybe finish Expedition 33. I don't know. We'll see.
You've seen that there is a 5 Hearts Under One Roof 2?
I just bought that game, so that is
You
also a
excited
possibility.
for that one?
Mhm.
I still need to watch Asmongold's playthrough of it.
I will
He was the
play
first
my-
person I saw it who played it.
I'll try to play my best Asian girl ever.
Dispatch, though, I've been watching Arch play that. It's a really good game.
I've heard only praises from it about it.
Apparently, the devs have no idea why it's good. And so any sequel, it kind of seems like a fluke. They all are really
lightning in a
woke.
bottle.
It's not in the game, but it looks like they may have intended it to be. It's really strange.
That's awesome, though. That's amazing. Good for them.
Yeah. And what do you got going on, Disparu? Besides gaming and what videos you got coming out?
All's fair reviews. The BBC is dying, and I want to laugh about it. House of Asher is coming out, so maybe take a look at that to see if it's any good or not. And then Doctor Who spin-offs is starting.
I forgot about
this
that.
week. I think it's the week after it's starting. I think it's not this Sunday. Next Sunday is the first time that launches. So I'll be covering that. There's more as well. What is it? Maybe early January is Starfleet Academy.
There's a lot of games coming out next year. I'm so excited. There's a lot of games coming out next year. Like, I'm so excited for Resident Evil. I will admit that I have high hopes for that one, so I hope it's good.
Me too.
I have just my regular gaming streams. I have to figure out which day I want to do the Lord of the Rings live reaction stream. If you're in my Discord, I may ask you guys and see what hours and what day works best, where you guys will be able to catch it. So I will I'll keep you guys updated on that. And Vara and Virtue, Wicked's World, Saucy next week. And that's what's going on over here. Thank you guys for hanging out, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
That's it.